Stereotype of lesbians, of course, is like the hi, my wife and I make our own water. You know, like the kind of like just sort of. This is the first time any of you have met a gay person.
My parents have a dance studio, bro.
They do?
No, that's what they did growing up.
I'm faggot, but I.
Yes, we've been trying to tell
I mean, girl.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Flagrant 2. It's your boy Schulz. I'm here at Akaash Singh, AlexxMedia and Mark Gagnon. The Truffle's not here, but we have a special guest. A very, very special guest.
Yeah.
Hilarious comedian, amazing artist, best kept secret in the comedy world.
Yep.
The art is incredible, and by far the most immaculate body in comedy.
Also,
what?
operatic singer. Before we get to how
Oh, that's
hot he
right.
is.
That's right. But I want to get right to how hot he is.
yeah.
Okay. Because a couple of weeks ago, we came back from Akaash's wedding, and Akaash has one of the most stunning cousins you've ever seen in your entire
Right,
life. Like,
right.
he was so handsome that it
I'll
was
introduce
actually
you.
uncomfortable.
Does he have the same eye colors?
Yeah.
It's
he
better.
does.
It's
Yeah.
better.
Damn.
Akash thinks they look similar. They don't look even close. Okay? It's not even fucking
Not
close.
close at
Do you have a photo?
Okay? We're going to show you the photo.
yeah,
We're gonna.
okay.
But what I'm saying is, you're shitting on him. We're here with Matteo Lane, everybody.
Hey,
Matteo Lane, best body in comedy. I know you're not going to go to his Instagram right now at Matteo Lane and check out the best body in comedy. Matteo.
Honestly, Matteo is what you think you look like.
Son, can we talk about this? Remember when I had a mustache?
I'll never forget it.
Okay, I had a mustache for like, what, a month?
It was a little
Longer.
longer than a month,
Longer,
but
right.
there was. You did have a mustache, and it
Don't
was.
play it down. You had a
It
mustache.
was
longer?
It was a little like an Instagram filter mustache. Like,
Until you had a girl you loved enough to shave it.
Yeah.
No, that's what got my fiance.
Really?
The stash. She
Really?
loved the stash, but go on.
no, I liked it. First, I would look. I don't. When people were like giving you shit about it, I was like, what do you think about my mustache? Like,
They were
we have a very
trashing
similar
it.
look.
We have a similar look, but I didn't think about it. And the second I got the mustache, I'm getting tagged in every one of Mateo's pictures, right?
Stop.
I was. And
funny.
that's when I really
from the neck up.
discovered.
From the
neck
Bro,
up.
bro,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
bro.
The two
Headshot.
You
pictures.
don't know what I'm
Every
packing
single
down
day.
here, dog. You
Headshot.
don't know what I got, okay?
I feel like
Mustache
you're in
up,
good
yeah.
shape.
Listen, I'm okay. I'm doing fine, better than these guys, and I'm better than these guys.
He came out
Listen,
a
You
nice
better than
chunk
this
right
guy.
there.
I don't know about these
I'm
two.
better than these guys. It's 10% body fat, Torio. It's under 10%. If y'all want to stay on the tour, you got to get under 10%.
All right,
Okay?
all right.
This is serious,
It's
bro.
America.
No, we're not.
Jesus.
So I start getting tagged in your pictures, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize you were stacked, bro. I didn't realize it because I'd never looked at the Instagram before. We've known each other for years. And then I go to Instagram, and it is like, it's a problem, bro.
Yeah, I know.
It's a problem. I've pulled it up on a flight, middle seat. And the first picture, Instagram just pops up, and there's just two dudes looking at me, just lusting over your shirtless pics.
The bigger problem here is you're in a middle seat. Why wouldn't you take an
thank
eye?
you.
I was
Thank
trying to be
you.
humble, guys. I was in first class. I was just trying to be humble.
You
know
were
what I mean?
Delta first class,
I'm a man
getting
of
your
the people.
meal. Sure. Yeah, yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I feel really bad about that.
Nah, you were the meal. You talking about Mateo?
My little snack box.
It's true.
Okay, so Matteo, is it okay that we're objectifying you like this?
I don't care. Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
I'll take anything. I'm desperate.
Okay. Are you on roids?
No, I'm not. I actually talked to my sister is an IFBB pro, an international fitness bodybuilder. Like her whole life is that world.
Okay.
And of course, I'm very insecure. So I was like, what? Because it seems to me like every single gay man, not every, but like there's a lot that are just doing steroids. Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. What if I did steroids? And she's like, it does this, it does that. You'd have to hormone replacement, but it also changes your voice.
And you need the voice.
And I was like, oh, I wish I said because of health reasons or I'm not like vain, but,
Wait, just the
but
voice?
yeah. The
Have you heard
voice,
this guy
'cause I
sing?
sing and I do, you know. So I was like, yeah, it would be really dumb if I did 3 months of steroids to look good at Mykonos for one Instagram pic and then ruined years of my voice. Like, I just not worth it to me. So
yeah.
right now I'm not. Just a lot of eating. I'm not that big. I'm just sort of
No,
tall.
you're
like,
cut, dude.
big, bro.
I'm
You're
not.
cut. Can I ask you a
Big.
question? Do you
Sure.
fluff? Do you fluff before the pictures?
What do you mean? Oh, like do push-ups?
No. You know what I mean.
We know.
Oh.
You know what I mean.
I didn't know
You know what I
that.
mean, bro.
I know. I should have known
Do you
that
hit the
over
top?
you.
Bad
No,
boy.
I'm just Italian. No need. Natural fluff.
So you never so you'll do push-ups so you'll have like maybe veins and shit going for your arms.
Sometimes it's just lighting. My friend
Right.
Sam, who's a really good photographer, it's honestly just lighting.
I don't
Okay.
like the humility.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm looking at you, buddy. This lighting ain't that great.
It's pretty. This is very bright. It's very Kathy Lee and Regis Philbin in the early '90s. Like it's very bright.
Al?
Yeah. Kathy Lee.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Matteo, we have you here.
Yeah.
One of the things that like comments I'll often get like on Instagram, right? Like especially if I'm doing like some stand up or even on YouTube, they'll be like, "How does this guy know these like nuanced things about these specific cultures that he should know about?" Like as a white guy, I'm not supposed to know anything about the world, you know?
Right.
And I think one of the reasons is like when there's somebody who knows about like a niche culture, I really start to ask questions. Some of them are stupid, some of them might be good questions, but I need to know, and I'm very curious.
Sure.
Okay. I cannot understand for the life of me why gay dudes are like so fucking, well put together. The outfit, the fucking body. There's like, I imagine this immense pressure. Like whatever women talk about, like the pressure that they have to be, the standards they have to keep.
Right.
Like, is it even crazier for gay dudes? Right?
Sure.
Maybe
I mean,
we don't have to compete, but you know what I'm saying.
Sure. Yeah.
And then lesbians. And I'm not trying to trash, but it's like Post Malone. Like they're just trying to be Post Malone. So, and I don't understand the thing, right? Because when women are straight, they're pushing each other. Who can be skinnier? Who can be?
Seems like the problem is men.
Yes. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
So we keep women beautiful,
I think.
or people beautiful?
I feel like first of all, there's many different sets of lesbians, right?
Okay,
So,
break
like,
it down.
The stereotype of lesbians, of course, is like the hi, my wife and I make our own water. You know, like the kind of like just sort of like, you know what we're talking about, like. Am I wrong? Like Home Depot, like like the stereotype of a lesbian, like I'm gonna get shit done,
Artisanal lesbian water.
They are. Well, lesbians, they go to bed and gays are just waking up. It's 4 p.m. It's just like here's the thing too, like gays and lesbians don't really change no matter where we go. I was just in Italy and there was there's one gay bar in Rome and they're not very open about being gay in Italy.
Yeah.
But of course this one's called Coming Out and it's
Dude,
next to
really?
the Coliseum.
The
Yeah.
gayest culture in America, in the
Oh.
world, I feel like.
Well,
What,
what's
the
funny
gay-
is
the
Italians,
Italians?
yeah.
They
the
look
straight dudes
gay.
in Italy just be acting the
No,
gayest.
they sexual harass the women like crazy. Like it's
I
another
But I
level.
look like I'm crushing
Flamboyance.
pussy in Italy. Like that's a
Yes.
problem.
Yes, you fit in
No one
straight.
believes. Ma dove è la tua ragazza? I'm like, oh no, I'm gay. Gay. It's like, yes, gay. I'm homosexual. Like Romans. But I saw we had a gay bar and there was a bubble machine they put outside this bar, and
That will get 'em in, right?
Oh,
It's like this
by the way,
hacky-
Italians tacky. So these gays are trying to figure it out. By the way, the gay voice doesn't change in any language. There's
Really?
a gay accent in every language.
And it's the same gay accent.
Certo, ma dai, ma perché non parliamo così dai? Yeah, it's every Spanish too. Every accent. There's a
Hilarious.
gay there's a gay accent.
so
I want
I don't know
to. I'm
why.
really curious about that. But finish this story.
Oh,
Okay.
so they're trying to figure out this bubble machine is not working, and they're basically just mincing around this bubble machine, and nothing was happening. And then literally like 15 minutes later, a lesbian with a ladder came out, fixed it. They celebrated, and I was like, this is so like we're no different. Like any language culture, like gays are the exact same. So, but anyways, lesbians. No, I think that's a huge stereotype. But there's there's so many hot lesbian couples, and
Who?
Sydney Washington is the hottest lesbian on the face of the
Who's her
planet.
girl?
Oh my God, she's such a funny comedian. Do you know Sydney Washington?
Oh yes.
Super funny
Yeah, she's
comedian,
beautiful.
super
She's
funny,
beautiful.
and she's like every time she FaceTimes me, I'm like, are you Mariah Carey? Like, and she's just like gorgeous with gorgeous hair. So I think it's just like an old stereotype.
So that's an old trope.
But also too, there's not many like lesbian bars that
There's one up the block.
There's one of the block here.
Yeah, and they're pulling up in Harleys and shit. Like they're like leaning in big to the stereotype. It's-
Carl's Jr.
That's the bar.
That's the bar. It's like a burger
Very,
joint.
very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love a fast food spot, dude.
Parties.
all of
the
our,
McDonald's
all
in
of
West
our
Fourth,
cups
remember?
are. Oh my god, it closed down.
I know, but that was like home. That was like Shredder's Lair for lesbians, right? Like that was like the watering hole.
It was Shredder's Lair. Shredder's Lair. That's true. It did feel like a 90. That was what. Did you see that video of that guy with the crowbar there?
Oh, and like he was fighting.
Yeah, there was like girls yelling, and then he was an employee, and he walked in the back and got a crowbar and just beat them. And I was like, yeah, that's just a Tuesday at that McDonald's. Like,
It's no big
what
deal.
is it about
It's
that McDonald's? It's like a nice neighborhood, like
Bro.
trendy.
It's too many drunk people. It's just everybody gets drunk, and
Yeah.
then you're drunk at 3 a.m. You're gonna go to McDonald's, and it's just the most trash human beings.
And it's
at
close to
McDonald's.
like an old historic gay neighborhood, right?
Sure, the West Village.
Yeah.
Stonewall.
But is that almost like Times Square for gay neighborhoods now? Like is it almost like you know what I mean? Like
Just way less of a budget. Yeah, you know.
But like if a gay guy was like, let's go out on a date, like over on Christopher Street, you'd be like, oh, that's adorable. Should we go to Applebee's? Like, yeah.
What, are you new to this?
This guy just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It was so funny is I don't go out anymore. Like
Really?
I just do shows and play Fortnite. That's it. I'm like so not like the typical fag. Like
He dropped it.
I-
He dropped it.
Hey, finally,
everybody.
we don't gotta edit.
Don't blur him out. But
yeah.
go on.
But no, I don't know. I know I look a certain way, but I'm really just like at home listening to Sarah Vaughan playing Call of Duty, or I'm not very like going out and
Okay, break down the gay voice to us.
Sure.
The history of it, like what is,
Oh, I
is
think
this a
It
choice?
started with that magic mirror in Snow White. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's where it started.
I told you.
He was the first of all,
I told you I am in for it today, bro.
that is the gayest character of all. First of all, that was my entire existence in
Can
high
I say
school.
something? You know how like we look at like black people and we're like, are they just more athletic? Are gay people just funnier?
Yeah.
Is it like
Let me explain why gay people are. So my friend Nick, who's a complete monster of a human being, and he has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. But he during the beginning, I hope you get this reference. If you don't get it, you're all straight. But bear with me. So in the beginning of this is the kind of person he is, right?
Yeah,
So we were talking about like customer service when you're
Yeah.
dealing with like the automated message and so. So I said, when you finally get to a person, be nice to them
Yeah.
because they've been dealing with such assholes all day. And Nick goes, oh, not me. I go straight for the jugular. I was like, what do you say? He goes, well, this woman from Verizon, after 40 minutes of waiting, she picks up, this is Sally from Verizon. How can I help you? I said, Sally, you're going to have to get your manager because I can already tell you're not going to be able to help me. I was like, Nick.
how to create a homophobe?
Yeah, he's not a good advertisement for us. Like, the Trevor Project's not getting him on this. But, but I will say, when the pandemic hit, I was worried about it because he has no life skills. He can't do anything. He can't cook. He can't clean. He can't nothing.
Yeah,
He had no life skills. So I was worried, and I said, Nick, you're gonna have to go grocery shopping because they're closing everything down. And he goes, well, I don't grocery shop. And I said, okay, let's make a list. We'll start with breakfast. What do you have for breakfast every day? He goes, Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. I said, well, they're closing Dunkin' Donuts, so you're gonna have to make your own iced coffee. He goes, I'm not Laura Ingalls Wilder. She's from Little House on the Prairie. And
That's the reference.
that's the reference. Which, by the way, in a gay room, kills.
Guys were straight. It's proven.
What if Wallace started crying, laughing? Like, what are you gonna tell us, Wallace?
There's a bit I'm working out right now that does not get a laugh with straight people.
Go.
Because I went to Spain and Barcelona 3 weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
went to do this whole rendezvous with my ex. We were gonna like sort of have this, see if we can work out, blah blah, this and that. We hadn't seen each other in 2
Yeah.
years. So we planned this
Can we
whole
see
thing.
a picture of this guy? Like,
Yeah, I'll send you. Well, no, because he doesn't want to be talked to. I'll show you privately.
I just want to know what you're dealing with. You know,
Oh,
what I
he's-
mean? I want to know what you're taking down.
He's railing me. So, I mean, he's so hot. So,
Wild boy.
he's hot.
Wild boy.
I know. Oh, Sometimes I talk about gay sex on stage and straight people get uncomfortable. I'm like, what do you think gay people are doing having sex? Holding hands, watching Friends? Like, no, it's brutal.
I think they do think that.
It's brutal.
Okay, so-
After 3 weeks, they are. But, the first 3 weeks. But anyway, so when I
They're just dudes, bro. At the end of the day, it's like dudes are gonna be dudes.
Oh, monsters.
Like
So-
3 weeks of crazy sex, and then they're like,
Right.
"Why am I fucking this thing?"
Meanwhile, lesbians meet in passing, and they're like, "I'll marry you."
Yeah.
So that is a true stereotype. But anyway, so he lives in Barcelona.
Yeah.
So I had a flight that went from New York to Paris first, and then from Paris to Barcelona.
I don't like this Italian shade. Okay, I'm annoyed by this.
So I call him when I get to Paris as a layover, and not seen him in 2 years. I said, "Hi." I said, I'm coming to Barcelona, and I'll see you in 2 hours. He goes, "Amore, I have COVID." And I was like, "But I douched."
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I like that.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
some out shit.
That is an outtake.
90s Matteo, bro.
I don't know how we got from gay voice to here, but I'm glad.
Oh, to me, it's parallel. I'm like, it's the same. But yeah,
Anally swabbed.
I was so look.
What are you gonna do here, man? Come on.
It's a COVID test.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I was pissed.
Okay.
Audiences don't get. By the way, audiences don't get that. I tell that
Are
joke,
the
and
kids
It
too
took a
young to
second.
know what douching is?
well, gays do, but like when I'm on the road, the audience get. But the seller, they're just.
yeah, they're
I
like
think-
19-year-old white kids. They're like, what's douching?
Yeah.
Douching is how women used to clean their pussies back in
Well, in
the
the
day.
80s, they had those commercials that was like, they're all trying to disguise any kind of naturalness of the vagina. They're like, make it smell like lavender. I'm like, that's not natural. Like,
Yeah, that's okay though.
They had a,
Lavender's cool.
They had a douching commercial in the 80s. It was a mom and a woman walking on the beach. And this is later the commercial. She goes, "Mom, I have a question. Yes, honey. Do you douche?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." I was like, I don't think any mothers had that conversation with their daughter.
Definitely not. No.
In that way, too.
Yeah, that'd be a little
On a
wild.
beach in Connecticut.
Okay, so you're douching it up.
Already douched. Had a clean asshole on the plane. Which, honestly, I don't know. None of you seem like you've had clean assholes before. But,
Never
I
in
mean,
my life.
I have a
Never.
bidet. I
I
have
have
a bidet.
half a
No,
roll
no.
of toilet
That's
paper
not
balled
an
up
asshole.
inside.
That's
Yeah.
in my asshole right now, guaranteed.
What's your asshole?
I have half a roll of toilet paper balled up in my asshole
Yeah,
right
his is most atrocious of all time.
now.
I think.
Yeah,
I feel like
100%.
straight men just don't know what's happening back
No, I just have
there.
so much
No,
hair
no.
in my ass, and then like when I wipe, it gets like shredded and it's awful. When I
Have you-
wipe, it's like a cheese grater.
Have you?
That's what the toilet paper looks
Velcro.
like.
You
Blue
gotta
cheese.
Velcro.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of like just trimming to make that process, which you do
I
daily,
just
easier?
started trimming my pubes.
Just now?
Well, no, I've been using Manscaped. No,
I do use Manscaped.
No, Manscaped
It's
is
great. No, my
It's
balls
great.
don't get cut.
But not my hair. Nothing's happening to my hair.
I feel like you should try it and report back to me.
I had it waxed once.
That's horrible.
It was
Wait,
great.
why?
It felt really good.
Why is that bad?
Because it feels so painful to wax your ass.
I didn't feel it.
Felt good. You are
Nothing?
super
No.
duper.
Hold on, wait. How is? Wait, what? What's painful? Like I'm sure you've had way more painful things with your ass. Like there's no way a
Well,
waxing is going to be.
depends on the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might be a natural bottom.
I think I might be, dude.
Yeah.
I think I
You're
might
not.
be.
None of you really. Well,
Did you
this,
smell?
But I mean,
This.
I'm sorry. Just you look great.
See, we've been telling him this for years, and he says it's
Yeah,
not
I
true.
know.
No, I love you. You know. It's-
Okay, wait.
Two natural bottoms. You don't fit.
Here's my question, because a stereotype about gays is that like it's down anytime, right? You're at David Barton Gym, it's fucking down, right? If you're at the library, it's going down in terms
The
of sex.
library,
Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Gas
you're
stations,
dignified gays, gas stations.
Sure. Dignified gays don't exist, but go on.
It's just in the movie.
Yeah. That's just straight people's portrayal
Idea
of
of
gays.
what gays are?
Right. Making
Okay.
gay sex like lighting a candle. No, it's rough. It's great.
So my question is, it's like, isn't there some preparation for this? That's why I don't understand the stereotype. It's not like you just throwing dick in ass. Like I've put dick in an ass before. That's not easy. It takes time. It takes fucking lube. Like you said, like you might want to douche before it happens. So this idea that you just see somebody at a bar and you're like, you want to go to the bathroom and do it. Does that really happen, or is that like just a gross stereotype?
I mean, I guess it just depends on your state of mind going out. Like, if you think you're probably gonna get fucked, you probably want to douche beforehand, and douching doesn't take hours. I mean, it can be pretty quick.
Is there like a rapid douche?
Yeah, like a neti pot.
They have like a,
They have a neti pot.
they have like a drive-through. And sometimes I see like guys' assholes in porn. And I'm like, did they hire a firehouse to clean out that asshole? Like, I mean, sometimes it's just too if it's too pristine.
Look at Al's face. Al's face. While you're saying
I said what I said. I
no,
like how he's sitting there.
He's
It's
locked in, dude.
Yeah. Get that
As
mic
if
away
you've
from
never seen anal with
I'm just hearing this all for the first time. Like, okay, let's go.
This is the first time any of you have met a gay person.
Yes.
Okay.
No. My parents
we're
owned
getting
a
into it.
dance studio, bro. I think
They do?
No, that's what they did growing up.
I'm faggot. But I
Yes, we've been trying to tell him.
I mean, girl.
Take that, Akaash. Take that.
Okay.
More gay points for me today. All right.
Look at you drinking your water.
I got a waifu. Do you know what a waifu is?
Is it then like drink this much water in a day kind of thing?
No. It's like what is a waifu again? Where's Shifty? It's some like gaming thing. Like it's like a Japanese anime chick.
That just seems hot.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know.
it's like lonely guys that will buy like they'll fall in love with like these anime
Wait.
characters.
Oh yeah.
And then
You're
they'll
a
buy
gamer,
like they'll
dude.
buy
You know that
pillows.
stuff.
I don't. But I'm such a bad game. I mean, I'm not like I can barely understand technology. Like on Twitch, what did you just bring? Are you douching? What is that?
That's a CBD pipe. We're gonna get lit here, buddy. It's the freeze pipe. We're gonna smoke some CBD. If you got weed, we'll do that, and we'll get fucked up and have a good time,
I gotta go to the gym after this.
buddy.
Okay.
Let's get nuts.
So gay voice. So
Yeah.
one thing I was always curious about gay voice is like my voice is obviously influenced by the people I'm around, right? And people think that I'm faking it at times. They'll be like, "Oh, you sound black," or "Oh, you sound Italian," or all these. But when I grew up around black people. I grew up around like Irish, Italian people. So like it affected the way that I spoke.
Sure.
But at a certain point, it's a choice. When I was in Spain, I didn't speak with like a New York accent. I
Right.
spoke Spanish with a Spanish accent, or at least
Right.
as close as I could get. So how much of the quote unquote gay voice is a choice, and how much of it is just like natural because these are the people I'm around? Like when Madonna was with Guy Ritchie and then she started speaking with English
British.
accent. Yeah.
Let me put it this way. In my mind, I sound like, yeah. Like, in my mind, I sound like Gaston. I sound like, it's true, liver. Like, I sound so manly. And then I hear my voice and I'm like, well, I missed the mark. But I think that's the thing, too, is like, most gay people you talk to, we just don't know. We just think we sound until you hear yourself. And I don't know if I have
But
an
do you
answer
think it's
for
a genetic thing, or do you think it's a choice?
Well, it's not a choice when you're 7. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't know what you're doing. So I don't think I really realized I sounded like a complete homosexual until I was in middle school.
What are you laughing at?
Are you born that way, or is it? Let's get to the fucking bottom of this.
No, I know you're born gay. Well, actually, do you think you're born gay?
Yeah.
100%.
Of course.
Now, do you think any people are like diddled into bi? Like,
Diddled.
you know what I mean? Like they had like some fucked up sexual experiences when they're young, and it kind of warps their idea of what sexuality is.
No, I think the same way, like, I would, okay, like,
Diddled into bi.
Not diddled into a full gay, but diddled into bi. Where
What,
you're like,
are you trying to
it doesn't
convert?
matter.
Is that what it is?
Say what?
Are you trying to convert?
I'm fucking ready, dude. I'll start slapping my man pussy right now.
you're a
don't
man,
tempt me.
but you're bussy.
My pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I made it of age. It's not a boy pussy, bro. It's man.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's the same way as, like, when did you know you were straight?
That's the thing that, okay, this is a whole different conversation, but like that's the thing, understanding identity. Like there's so much conversation about like gender and stuff with identity, and I'm like, when do you know what you are, and how do you know what you are? Like
When did you know you were straight?
honestly, guys, I'm gonna interrupt myself speaking to tell you guys about something incredibly important, and that's the infamous tour. Damn right, Charlotte, we're coming to you next, okay? Then we getting it cracking. Dallas, Houston, Tucson. We got some amazing shows we added at cities, okay? LA, we got 4 shows. I think those are pretty much all sold out. We added another San Francisco show. We added a Vegas show. We added another show at the Chicago Theater. I mean, that is absolutely legendary. Go check out these dates, theandrewschultz.com. We are coming to your city, guaranteed. So go check out the full list of dates. Get those tickets early. I cannot stress this enough. Do not wait because we are not going to add more. Okay, go now, theandrewschultz.com. Go check those out. I'm telling you, we'll be there soon. We got Philadelphia that we're going to come to. Very excited. We had another one in Washington, D.C. as well. That San Francisco show, I mean, it's going to be fun in Florida. We're coming back down there in Jacksonville. Fargo, we're coming to you in Boston for New Year's Eve. Very excited. TheAndrewSchultz.com. Get all those tickets. Cannot wait to be out there in these fucking theaters, man. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Akaash Singh, tell them what you got going on, man.
Yo, I am coming to Naples, Florida. We back, baby. Off the Hook Comedy Club, August 5th through 8th. Get your ass out there. Then September 23rd through 25th, I am at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin, back in Texas. October 8th and 9th, I am at DC in the Comedy Loft. October 15th, Toronto, I'm finally coming up there. Y'all better buy these fucking tickets. Grand Gerard Theater. We fought with them, got the link live earlier than they wanted to, but I know that shit is going to sell out, so come through. November 5th, Atlanta Red Clay Comedy Festival, and November 11th through 13th, I'm in Indianapolis at Helium. Also, something we started doing at the end of the last show of the night, I bring the other comics on stage, and we do like a question and answer, have fun, fuck around thing, and we've been streaming that on Twitch. Tried it for the first time in Baltimore. It was super fun. So twitch.tv/Akaash Singh Comedy if you want to check that out. Alex.
Oh, it's dope. So, guys, also, if you're in the tri-state area looking for a dope studio to film your podcast, or you're looking for a place to do a photo shoot at, head over to WTFmediastudios.com. We also give advice, consults for how to get your shit started. Head over to WTFmediastudios.com. And Drew, this show is brought to you by?
This show is brought to you by Keeps. Some of y'all going bald when you don't have to, and that breaks my goddamn heart. That's right. You do not have to go bald. That shit is a choice now. And I made the choice over a decade ago. I'm not going to lose this hair. I saw some of my hair going. I was like, I got to get on top of this shit. I am not to be a baldy out here. My ears stick out way too much for me to do that. So I had to make a difference, and Keeps is that difference. Okay? This is very simple. This is the stuff that stops you from going bald. It even brings back some hair. For me, it brought back some hair, but you can't stop that shit in its tracks. So if you even feel it going away, get on that shit now, okay? Keeps offers a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair. It's convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't even have to leave your home to keep your hair, but now that you have hair, you will want to leave your home. It's low cost. Treatment starts at just $10 per month, and Keeps offers generic versions. It's discreet packaging and proven results. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. Prevention is key. Remember, treatments can take up to 4 to 6 months to see results, so get on it fast. You want to get on the Keeps? You go to keeps.com/flagrant to receive your first month free. Okay? That's your first month of treatment free. That's keeps.com/flagrant to get your first month free. keeps.com/flagrant. Now let's get back to the show.
When did you know you were straight?
Honestly, preschool.
What happened?
These girls would kiss me on the cheek, bro, and I was like, this is lit.
Oh.
And I would go to school, and I was like, if she kissed me on the cheek, then I would feel really good, and it'd be really fun, and it'd be awesome. But at the same time, at that age, I just wanted to grow up and live with my boys in one big house together. Which is also the gayest thing.
That doesn't go away till you're about 30.
Yeah, that is kind of true. I mean, I just told them, I was like, what if we all lived in Italy for a month together in a big villa?
I mean, great. I'll call Diane Lane and we'll recreate Under the Tuscan Sun, which is an awful movie. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just I wish I had a better answer for you, and I want to keep things funny. But I mean, it does come down to like, well, I didn't see gay people when I grew up, so and you couldn't talk about it,
yes,
and you couldn't ask people about it, so you kind of just internalize everything, and it really fucks you up. So I think now, you know, we're seeing this surgence of people who are really young coming out as non-binary or gay or trans, and I think straight people are viewing that as like, this is too much, and it's like, no, we just finally have people can finally see themselves at a young age,
yes,
and can relate to that, which I had C3PO. I mean, I had like nothing. I had like that was it.
How do you know he's gay?
I had Jafar. I had Jafar.
Wait, hold on. These are gay icons you're saying?
That's the gay people I saw on TV. Always some kind of
C-3PO is gay?
C-3PO. Yes.
Why is
Gay.
C-3PO
Oh,
gay?
gay
No,
is a
it makes so
picnic.
much sense.
Okay, break it
Yes,
down, break
please
it
break
down.
it down.
Well, first of all, he's gay, right? And I've done this as a bit because like he got gayer in each Star Wars movie. Like the first one, he's very subtle. He's just like, oh my. But then like by Return of the Jedi, at one point he's literally like, oh, dear Lord. I'm like, and R2D2's a lesbian. She's a full-blown lesbian.
Why
She's
is that?
smart. People need her, and she came with a tool belt. Also. Like most lesbians, she gets shit done. When the Millennium Falcon breaks down, they're not calling 3PO. They're like, R2, get in here. 3PO
She
just acts
got
like
the
me.
ladder at the nightclub.
Yes, she did. She did. Yes, that is right. But then, Jafar, who's like very gay.
Nah, Jafar gay. I see it.
Is
Yeah.
Jafar gay?
Man was
100%?
too
Prince
pretty.
Boo Boo. Sure.
Yeah.
said
Scar,
boo-boo.
Ursula.
Ursula's lesbian?
Drag.
Oh.
She was based after a real drag queen named Divine, who was very.
I've heard of Divine.
Of course, she was very
one of the most
popular in the
famous.
80s. Yeah.
So this is okay. Keep going on this because then I want to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race because you said the most interesting thing about Drag Race I've ever heard.
Oh, what did I say?
You were like, it's the first time a gay show was made for gay people.
yes, I would say,
It's like it wasn't trying to like create this idea of homosexuality for straight people.
right.
Queer Eye or something?
Yeah, Queer Eye is like exactly. Like, what is Queer Eye?
It's a television series,
You got to be polite.
And-
they're offering me a role.
and
so-
I wish. Are you kidding? I would be so horrible on that show though, because they're so nice and they want to like be together and
Are
work
they nice?
together. They are. I've met a lot of them.
The
And they're-
first part of the show, though, this fucks with me. They just go through the guy's stuff and just shit on all of it. They just bully this guy. Who would wear such a thing?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But that's the role for gay people in television for like the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Is-
Well, but yeah, and also too, like the first iteration of the show was the first time you saw gay people in living rooms that weren't like, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like it was like something, because people, you know what I mean? It was like something nice, kind of.
Yeah.
Even though we were like,
Middle America's like, where's the bruises?
Right,
I
right.
don't even recognize these guys.
but we were a little like Captain Planet of gays. Like at that, remember Captain Planet? They had
Yeah.
like all their like Earth, Fire, Wind.
Yeah.
They were like purse, but it was good. I love cars. Like it was a great show. But then, as time moved on, it's like I think they've adapted the show so that it's not just like queer people walking in being like this sucks, but it does
Yeah.
feel like gay people have done everything for you people, and
Yeah.
it's like it's
Yeah,
enough already. We've done your weddings, your hair, your makeup, your
yeah.
movies, and we show up in the middle of Indiana, and this lady's like, my husband can't put his pants on. I'm like, why is that our problem? Like, you had years to know how to do this. Like, you figure it out. That show should be 5 gay men on an island smoking, being like, we hate you. Like that should be the show. But yeah.
But you said Drag Race.
Oh, so Drag Race. Well,
Do you remember where we were? We were leaving some gig or something like that, and like you were breaking down Drag Race to me, and you were
Yeah.
just like, "Yeah, we love it." And I'm like, "Why? Why is this any different?" And you're like, "We're finally not explaining what it is to be gay to
Right.
straight people.
Right.
We're just being ourselves, super nuanced, like niche jokes that only we get, and they don't care if nobody else gets it."
Right.
And the coolest thing about it is and again, don't let me speak for you here, but like it is authentic, and because it's authentic, the world gravitates to
Yeah.
it by not trying to appease everybody.
Right.
By just going, this is who we are. All of a sudden, that like voyeurism kicks in. Like my fiance loves it, her friends love it,
Yeah.
and I think there's something in us which is like when you actually get to see people being themselves, enjoying themselves, laughing, you want to know what's so fun.
Right.
Like what's happening.
Well, it also, I think it demystifies, even for gay people. I mean, when I came out, back in my day, when I came out, I was 19, and I didn't even know really what a drag queen was. I mean, I knew who RuPaul was because of the Brady Bunch movie, which is still, do you guys remember that movie?
No.
Yeah,
Ah,
vaguely.
It's such a good. There's such a great scene where where Jan's talking to RuPaul, who's the school counselor.
Yeah.
And she's whatever, and then RuPaul at the end, she's like, Jan, come back when you're pregnant. I mean, it's a very good movie. But I remember the first time seeing my first drag queen, because I had not been exposed to it. It wasn't on TV, nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to make of it. I also was, at that time, I was coming out of this idea of like, femininity, being feminine was bad. And I had to sort of like reject anything that made me look gay or this or that, and that slowly melts away the more you come to terms with who you are and what that is and why that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And so the show, when it first started, it was just on logo and it was low budget and it was just a bunch of drag queens, kind of like a mix of Project Runway and America's Got Talent. And it's evolved into something that has meant so much more to a lot of people. So now it's like very popular with white girls and who take over everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I want to talk about that too.
are people having fun? We now own it. So, but no, it should be something that should be enjoyed by everybody. But that show really helped me like melt away my own internalized homophobia, and even the way I tell jokes is different. I think I used to be when I first started doing comedy. I've never seen a gay comedian on television with like an hour special ever.
Yes.
It just hasn't existed.
Yes,
so I
yes,
had
yes.
nowhere to look.
Yeah.
And so I went to Kathy Griffin and Joan Rivers and Margaret Cho.
Yeah.
They were the ones that were speaking closest to me. And, I love Kathy Griffin and I love Joan Rivers, but they've said a lot of disparaging things about women and other celebrities. And so that was my idea when I started doing comedy. I was very
I have to shit on
misogynist
celebrities.
and make fun of how people look. I mean, it's not humor I partake in anymore, really.
Yeah.
I'm a better writer, like it's as you evolve. But hopefully we start seeing more gay comics of all varieties so that other people can see us.
That's an interesting thing, though. Like, you've often seen the fan bases for gay celebs be majority female,
Right.
right? And then the fan bases for female, like comedians, be majority gay.
Correct.
Can you explain that phenomenon?
I think it probably has to do with the fact. I'm sorry if this got so serious.
No, we get serious here,
Oh, we
and
do?
then
Okay,
we'll
sorry.
get flagrant
If
in
you
a
want,
little
I
bit.
can talk
This is
about
how it
douching
works.
again.
No.
No.
We want you to be serious, man.
Okay, I think a lot of it probably has to. This is also my experience. I hate now that nowadays everyone has to take on everyone else's experience.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like,
We
it's
get
like,
it. It's your
It's
experience.
my experience. Relax. So, I think maybe part of that has to do with the fact. Look, the idea. If you're 19 and watching this, you have no concept really of what it was like in the 1980s, 70s, 60s, 50s.
Yeah.
When you were gay, like in the 1960s, for example, when bars were raided by cops, it was illegal to be gay. And not only were they raided, but they took your ID and they posted it on the front of the New York Times. So you were fired immediately, whatever your job occupation was. So it just took a really long time for this idea of effeminate men, which is not typical to all gay men or queer people, but that was the stereotype, to sort of be accepted in entertainment. And I think we gay men saw themselves in these extravagant women, the Liza Minnellis, the Barbara Streisands, the women that were out of the mold, so to speak, and made it.
Yeah, because there was no example of like who they were. So the closest
Right.
example of who they wanted to
It
be
was Maleficent.
Yeah.
It was a horned cunt. We were like, God, I love her. Like that is, yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, because you're going to gravitate to who you see yourself as. And because they weren't basically allowed to exist, the women ended up being that role. And that's where,
Kinda.
like, who was the woman who, Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
Oh my God, you are such a monster.
Judy
Judy
Garland.
Garland.
Judy Garland.
He
Have
got
some respect,
so mad
bro.
at me for not knowing
Have
who
some
is
Who is
that.
the woman
Yo,
from
my bad.
Somewhere Over the
Bro.
Rainbow?
Somewhere.
Son, the only time he's ever been mad at me.
Rainbow.
What did I do? What did I say?
We were at a show having a great time.
Yeah,
You
Akaash.
said Judy Garland, and I look at him. I'm like, who is that? And he's like, Akaash, are you fucking kidding me? He was so mad. He's like, you don't fucking know Judy Garland.
But you
I was
do.
like, bro, I don't. I
you
never
do.
saw that movie. I never saw
The
Mary
Wizard of
Poppins.
Oz?
Oh, I saw that.
Then boom. See, you know.
Yeah.
You think you don't know, and you
No,
know.
I know her from The Wizard of Oz, of course.
Yeah.
She
Wait,
was the
I
Wicked
thought
Witch of
that
the
was-
West.
I
Yeah,
hate
she got
you.
crushed by a house.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take up that chair.
Real
and throw it out here.
I thought,
Son of a bitch.
until you
Who was
said
the
that, I thought
Caroline?
Judy Garland was Julie Andrews. Until just now.
That's an acceptable answer from a straight person
Okay, all
in
right.
this dress.
Was the
I
Tin
think
Man
that
in this dress.
yes, it is acceptable because Julie Andrews is also a gay icon. Not as big of a gay gay icon is.
Why
is
Judy Garland? Why?
Well, it was the.
And why did you let her drink herself to her death?
She didn't. She was forced. She was at 11 years old, forced on diet pills, and yes, 11. She got into MGM, and her mother, who beat the living shit out of her, forced her to do because she said you were too fat, so they put her on diet pills and sleeping pills because
But
they
she's
made
11. Who's feeding her? Just don't feed her. as much.
MGM.
Oh,
they were
MGM 's
and they
feeding
had
her.
a woman who
'Cause
followed
it's
her to
crafty.
control what she was eating. So she would give her a pill to wake up to be on set, and then she would say, "Well, I'm too awake. We'll take these sleeping pills to go to sleep."
Ay.
At 11. So by the time she was like 27, she was in a mental institution.
Ay.
She never really fully recovered, but she was super talented. But I think the sort of downtrodden, is she going to make it? She's going to pull through, that kind of story is very fits with gays. And so we wanted her to win so badly, And when she died, the next day the Stonewall riots happened.
Oh shit.
The gays were pissed.
Was that it? Was it like you were furious about that and you transitioned it?
I think that's like a rumor. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but I mean, it wouldn't shock me. Like if Beyonce broke her nail, this city would burn down to the ground. Just throwing that out there right now.
Okay, so wow, I didn't realize that's what it was. So now, are there any gay icons that are supported by gay men that are not in drag?
I think Lil Nas X is great.
I wanted to ask you about Lil Nas
I love
X.
him.
Like, what is
I think
the
he's great.
relationship?
I just love someone who just doesn't give a shit and
Yeah.
doesn't placate to what he thinks other people. I mean, he's doing, people who think there's no more homophobia, just go to his Twitter.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
wild.
yeah, yeah.
I love him. Even people like Todrick Hall, but Todrick goes back and forth in drag, but he's such a great songwriter and such a performer. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots. And even with gay comics, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think of my favorites, which are like Joel Kim Booster or Solomon Giorgio or Julio Torres or Tim Dillon
Yeah.
or like there's so many Alex English, like there's so many talented gay comics.
Yeah.
It's really a cool moment right now to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like we were talking about this a little bit the other day when we were on the phone, but as there became this like push to diversity, I feel like they almost use homosexuality as like a smokescreen to get straight people more roles.
Wait, what?
Well, like this happened with me. I don't
so
know if I ever
funny.
told you this, but like I did this sitcom, right? Or it was like more of a dramedy. And 2 weeks before it started, I get a call from Paul Reiser, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, we got to make your character gay." So I played a gay guy.
And that's when you grow out the mustache.
that was-
Yes. That was the moment. He's like, what do gays look like? It's on Matteo's Instagram. I was like,
What do gays look like? Matteo, got it. Tank top, mustache, done.
Done. Check
What
it
does
off.
gay look like? The only one I know.
But what happened was like all these like closeted roles would come out. And this is when it was hard to cast like not hard to cast, obviously there's going to be tons of them, but like casting like the straight white guy as the sidekick. Of course the
Sure.
straight white guy's the lead, but now the sidekick can't be straight white anymore. We have to have diversity, so it's a black guy, it's an Asian dude, whatever. But if they wanted a white guy to be the sidekick, his like B storyline was he's actually a closeted gay. And all of a sudden I would get all these auditions from my agents. He's a closeted gay. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Right? It was really weird. And I talked to my agent and I was like, do you guys think I'm gay? Like, why do you keep on giving me like all these roles? And they're like, oh no, these are just the ones that come in that you fit. And I'm like, holy shit. They're using gayness as like fake diversity to just keep on getting the straight white guys the roles.
I could never do a closeted audition. Can you imagine? Like, there's something I have to tell you. Like, I could never in a million years. Like, I only have so many roles that I can audition for because I have gay voice. Like, I can't audition for, like, hey. Like, I can't.
But you can sing opera, you can't talk straight?
Yeah.
How the fuck is that possible?
I don't know. I speak 5 languages and I
None
can't
of them are
talk straight.
That's interesting because he's done impression after impression this whole time.
Except
it's
a
all
straight guy.
women and gay dudes.
I mean, my best impression is Liza Minnelli. And it's like...
We won't get it. We won't know it.
No, none of you will
None
get
of
it.
us know
Not
who
a
the fuck
single
Liza
person here.
Minnelli
But I
is.
do recommend all of you watch Liza Minnelli on the Home Shopping Network. It's 4 minutes. Some gays spliced together the best of it. And it is gay, straight. It is wildly
Gold?
entertaining. Oh,
Why?
is
What's her thing? What's it?
Who is
She just doesn't give a fuck.
She's the
just
daughter
shiftless.
of Judy Garland. Judy Garland.
Oh, that's why gays love her.
Yes, and she was in Cabaret, and she sort of took the torch from her mother, and the gays ruined her too. But yeah,
Is she a singer?
amazing singer, amazing dancer in 1977. But yeah, I highly recommend y'all watch that. And
She's in
when you
Arrested
watch
Development,
it,
right?
yes, she was in Arrested Development.
Yeah,
That's how straight people know her.
Yeah.
She was in Arrested Development.
Huzzah.
Nah, that's all we had.
Yeah.
What are some things that straight people do that we don't even know that we've gotten from gay culture?
Oh.
Everything you're wearing.
Also, yeah, we never explained our outfits, so people watching are just like, do they dress up for Matteo?
And the answer is yes. They did.
No, we're going to Robbie's wedding. You guys know Robbie. He was one of the writers for the Netflix special. Robbie Slovik and Casey Balsham are getting married, and
Also on an episode of Inside Jokes.
Yeah, absolutely. Did an episode of Inside Jokes together. So we're going out there to the wedding right afterwards. Matteo is not invited.
I'm not. And if I was, I'd wear this.
But yeah, so what are some things that like we don't even realize that we've gotten from the gays?
I feel like everything.
But like
Anything
break it
that's-
down for like dudes, because a lot of times like dudes don't
Yeah,
even
because
realize.
black people say the same thing, so you got to parse for us. What?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
all
that's a good
right.
point. Yeah.
Okay,
So the most obvious one is
Peanut butter? Oh, I think
That's
that's
for
black.
black
Oh, that was
people.
black. Actually, I got mixed up. That's
Could
my
be
fault.
both.
we did the jelly.
Okay.
but like
And we did the bread. That's perfect.
Women
Straight people do that.
contouring.
Well, a lot with women in makeup, hair, dressing. Yeah.
But contouring specifically is from like drag queens, and then that's kind of like moved its way into like Kardashians. And
Kardashians are drag queens.
Yeah.
They're fully. And by the way, the Kardashians. I know we all talk
Well,
shit
I know
about
one
them.
of them that definitely.
But when you watch them, they're so nice. Oh yeah, he's such a stunad. But I love like I don't watch the show, but like every time they're very hateable in the sense of like fuck those women. They're so, the Kardashians. And then you watch them, you're like, oh,
they're actually not that bad.
they're so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so pleasant. I really kind of like them.
Okay, so break it down. What are some things?
Okay. Well, hair, makeup, clothing, food, architecture.
Architecture.
I mean, oh yeah. I mean,
Give me architecture. What like
Manhattan is a city of dicks.
the skyscraper?
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. No, I
Eh.
can't. I guess I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
music, a lot of popular music is. I'm sure there's a homosexual somewhere in there.
Yeah. But I was talking about like things that we even do, like you know how so often you'll see like influence. I think you brought up the best thing with like black culture influencing pop culture, if you
Yeah,
will. And then some people aren't even aware of the fact that it comes from black people, right?
Of course.
And I think
most things come from black people.
most things.
Literally, all music today is derivative.
You guys
of,
are the closest to gay, actually. Now that you think about
that's
it,
a great
You guys
point. I'll take that.
Very influential.
That's a great point.
Take it.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Alex is gay.
I mean, the suspenders aren't helping, but I think no, you look great.
All right. Waist up.
Wait, stop. No, I like with the shorts too. It looks good.
Thanks.
Don't do this.
He's so
Looks like he works at
uncomfortable
a
right
beer
now.
garden,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like a black beer garden. That's what it is. Like they only serve Hennessy.
It's like Indiana's what people in Indiana think is fashion. You know what I mean? Like you're in Indianapolis and they're like, I'm in the big city. And you're like, cool. All right, girl, cool. Patrice O'Neal, I love him so much.
The greatest,
The best.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The absolute greatest.
Yeah.
I'm curious. You brought this up before. How much do straight girls ruin gay bars?
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's so many jokes. Because
Say it. Say it. You're on Flagrant too.
Put
you
a
can say
disclaimer.
whatever
You say,
the fuck
look,
you want.
We love
I
straight
don't.
women.
I don't think it's straight girls. I think it's a specific type of straight
Just
girl.
say it,
so
bro.
There's
Just
some.
say it. You know what
You
type.
go to a gay bar, everybody's welcome, but you're only welcome if we're not your fucking petting zoo. The worst thing I would hate to hear when I was 21 is you go to a gay bar, which anyone's welcome, of any gender,
Yeah.
of any orientation. You are all welcome to have
Yeah.
fun.
But-
But when you go in there and you see these bachelorette parties, and the first thing they would say is like, "We just didn't want to be around any men tonight." I'd be like, like I don't know what you felt like. You know what I mean? Where you're like, wow, okay, wow, cool. Just like assuming gays are just sort of like a pet in a handbag. You know what I mean? Like just sort of their apprentice, their little accessory. That kind of attitude. Like I hate when I talk to anyone, doesn't have to be a woman, but usually women, like I'll talk and they'll be like, my best gay friend, I should hook you up with him, or you're gay, you get it, or just assuming I know about fashion and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like these sort of like tropes and stereotypes is kind of exhausting.
Yes.
But that is not every straight woman. But there I will say we're all comedians here, so
Yeah.
when we do shows, the worst audience member are drunk white women.
Yeah.
Awful.
There is no worse audience.
Awful.
They have
Awful.
one
Yes.
sip of a rosé and they're like, tonight is about me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is,
yeah.
they just everything. Ugh, the worst.
But they would be your biggest fans. You're just saying that sometimes they're treating you guys as if you're like a toy instead of like a human being.
Sure, a very specific white woman. So
Right.
white women listening, if you're upset, that means it's
That's
you.
Yeah.
If you're not upset, you're cool.
Yeah.
You get it.
So they'll go to the bar because I remember once I went to this gay bar, the Boiler Room. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and first of all, this is my first time at. So are you familiar with it?
I just said
It's
that's
on.
gay.
It's on.
very
Yeah,
familiar with
it's on West 2nd Avenue and like 4th Street or something like that.
Thank God you didn't go to the Cock.
Dude, the Cock is hilarious.
Oh, the basement looks like a Renaissance painting of hell.
So I had been to the Cock.
You have?
I went to the Cock because I didn't know. I
Yo,
thought it was.
yo.
Tell the story. This is a
No,
real
this
story.
wasn't
Go.
you. I was with my homie Shasta Rohit.
Yeah.
Me, him, and our other like family friend. We're all out. He's drunk and he wants to keep the night going. And he points to that thing. He goes, I got a good feeling about this place. We're going in there. And then we were like, come on, dog, it's late. He's like, no. My gut is telling me to go in there. And we're like, bro, we're tired. He's like, fuck that. I know this is going to be the place for me. And then we go into the fucking gayest bar we've ever
Yeah,
seen.
super gay.
And
Super
we
gay.
go to
found
the
it was called
basement?
The
So no,
Cock.
I didn't go to the basement. What happened is it's right around the corner from what's now New York Comedy Club was Eastville Comedy Club, right? So we're like, all right, let's go out for a drink, right? I grew up in East Village,
Right.
So this is my neighborhood,
Right.
I've seen this sign. It's
The
just
red
a
cock.
sign. It's a red
Yeah, it's a
Rooster.
rooster, right? So I'm walking and I'm like, let's go to the rooster spot, right? And I'm
It's
like,
like a
let's
hot
just go.
chicken joint or
Dude,
something?
I don't know what the fuck it is. It looks like a bar. It doesn't have a name. I'm like, you know, it's
usually
gonna
they
be
have
cool.
an-
It has no name.
They have an old Irish woman as the
As the door person.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I don't know. We go in and it's just fucking dudes everywhere and they're having the time of their lives. And so at first when you see people being so joyous, you're like, it's a vibe, everything's
Oh,
good.
this is cool.
And I remember one of my boys goes, bro, I don't think that was a rooster. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, that was a cock.
Yeah.
And I just turn around and there are dudes just like tonguing each other down, like making out, blah, 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 just going for it. Now, across the street up the block is Boiler Room. The first time I went to a gay bar was there. It was my friend's birthday. A girl wanted to go to the Boiler Room. So we go, we're in there. When I tell you, the takeaway that I got from this is that in order for guys to enjoy themselves out, you just have to remove women. It is, and it's not women's fault. It's that we're constantly
We're competing,
posturing,
yeah.
constantly competing. There's like an aggression towards one another. Like, oh, that's a hot girl. Oh, is he talking to her? I got to try to get her from him. There's just constant, like, we bump into each other. Now there's beef because there's a girl watching.
Sounds like open mics.
Literally,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's a
Doesn't it?
fucking
Yeah.
open mic, bro. So it's brutal. I'm in there and I'm looking at all these guys. Dude, everybody couldn't be nicer, hanging around. Bro, I saw these guys playing pool. I've never seen pool played so gay in my entire life.
Yeah.
The guy has his fucking leg up on the table while he's
And not
doing his
one
shot.
ball has been put in yet.
Exactly.
That's later
fucking-
tonight.
right.
They're getting all the balls in later.
Bro, everybody's having a time of their fucking life in this place. And I'm like, wow, when you remove scarcity, because I think that's what a lot of times like dating for a straight dude is like, as like a straight dude, right? Like, we're down to fuck, like pretty much anything. And I'm sure gay guys, more or less, we're just guys at the end of it, like male sex drive. We're down to fuck. Let's go. Let's make it happen, right? And thank God women are there because you stop us from just fucking anything. Women are
Right,
like,
they
let's
have
be a little.
decency.
Yes, they have a little decorum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just not
Have
fuck
manners.
anywhere. Exactly. But then when you remove them from the equation, no guy's going into that bar, I imagine, going, I might not get laid tonight. It's
no-
more like, do I want to fuck in the restroom?
Right.
It's where?
Right? Like, do you go out going, I might not get laid this weekend?
No, I mean, the option of getting laid is always available.
Always.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's like this ease that kind of comes with it, and that's what allowed guys to just enjoy themselves. I could not see people happier, and maybe it was drugs.
It's drugs.
Okay, maybe it's just cocaine. You just need cocaine. It just hit me right now. I was like, Burning Man was pretty happy too. And I was like, oh, Molly. Oh,
Yeah, it was just drugs.
That's the only white lady you need.
By the way, the Renaissance painting of hell is a Lisa Traeger line that we talked about once. I just remembered. So
That's
Lisa
a comics
Traeger,
comic, right?
great comic. Lisa Traeger, look her up.
He
Super
used
funny.
another comics line.
Yes.
He was like, I have to give credit.
Well, we talked about it together because I
Yeah.
had said that once, and she was like, "That's funny," and then we talked about it again, and it worked with this bitch she
Right,
had.
right.
So that just hit me. Lisa Traeger, very funny. Check her out.
Gotcha. We're gonna cut that whole part out.
Great.
But yeah, I don't know. There was just this joy to it, man.
I don't. That's because you're going in there as a straight guy, so there's also no competition for you. You're
Like-
not going in there to go
Yeah.
get laid or hook up. But
I was on defense. I was like, yo, they ain't gonna come for me. And these motherfuckers ignored me, boy.
Yeah.
Bruh, ignored me.
I think that's the
That
fear.
didn't make you insecure.
Son, I was feeling away, bro. I kept going to the bathroom. Like, maybe if I'm by myself on the way to the bathroom, like, it was my boy.
Took your
like,
shirt off?
Like, I literally was with my other boy. I was like, oh, they think that's my man. Like, let me separate and see. Nothing,
Oh,
bruh.
you dropped your pool ball.
Pool ball.
It's called, right? What is it called? Pool ball.
The cue
I
ball?
think it is
No,
a.
Q is the
is
white.
it a pool ball?
Oh, maybe.
Q is
Cue
the white
ball?
ball.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
who the hell knows? But
eight
yeah,
ball.
I don't know. I
so
go
do
in.
y'all just ignore the straights when they're in the...
I don't think I noticed that. I mean, I don't know.
Why do straight dudes have so much anxiety like gay guys are going to try to fuck them every second?
Because then they will realize how men treat women.
Keep going on that.
I said what I
Yeah.
said.
But keep going on it.
I just think it's like men are afraid of being objectified because that's what they do to women. So they're afraid of feeling uncomfortable and having to watch their butt. It's a position that they've not been in before. And so when they go to a gay bar, they're afraid of not being quote unquote masculine, I suppose, which is the biggest fear of straight men. And you're so fragile about your masculinity. You can't handle. It's like there's always a constant. I have to prove I'm a man, and it's like,
When you see a guy like that, aren't you kind of like, dude, nobody's trying to fuck you?
yeah, that's most
That's how
of
we
it.
feel
It's
about
like
women.
I just don't want him to fuck me, and it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're a monster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they have one tooth, no ass. And it's like Jabba the Hutt sliding in there, and they're like, "Don't fuck me." It's like
That's how we feel about women who are like, everybody's trying to fuck me. We're like, nobody is.
No,
trying
but
to
we
fuck
are. We are. We would.
Somebody
we
would.
would.
It seems-
Somebody would.
I
Somebody
think,
Somebody would.
I think
Somebody
straight
would.
people and gay people have. It's hard to date, but for different reasons.
Go on that.
Well, gay people, it's like there's too much fun, too much freedom, too much. It's like especially in New York, you're spitting and gay men are hit everywhere, and it's like, there's so many options that I think fidelity, and I think it's hard to. I don't know how long relationships really last when there's that much distraction.
Yeah.
It's hard to emotionally connect when it's just constant other options.
Yeah, especially in a city like this. Like if you're in some like rural city in Indiana, and it's like you and 3 other gay guys, like
Right.
that's who you're with.
You two and the priest, yeah. Every priest is gay.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second because some of y'all are too stressed out. Some of you got a little anxious. Some of you need to calm the fuck down. And you know what? There's a solution that you're not using yet, and that is Cushy Dreams is CBD. This is the best flower in the game. That's what they fuck with. They fuck with the flower, and they do it to perfection. It is honestly the best. Telling you, man, they got these pre-rolls. If you want to roll your own shit, they got the flower. But this is the way to do it. I mean, we've been smoking this one right here. Oh, we got to hit that maybe again. But it's really the best in the game, dude. It's the best. It tastes the best smoking. And it is literally going to calm you down, relax you in a way that is so much healthier than if you're getting on these fucking pharmaceuticals. I mean, you get on these pharmaceuticals, you're going to end up with a fentanyl addiction, sucking dick under a highway, when you could just smoke CBD instead, okay? And then not have to suck dicks under highways, unless that's something you and your partner are into. The point is, if you go to Cushy Dreams, that's Cushy Dreams, Kushy dreams.com, and you use our promo code Flagrant at checkout, you're going to get 20% off your next order. That's your first order, your second order, your third order. It will be your fourth, fifth, sixth after you try it once. I promise you're going to be on board. You smoke your CBD with the promo code Flagrant, and you are getting 20% off today. Go to cushydreams.com. This is the way to do it. We promise you there is no better in the game. Now let's get back to the show. What's the beef with the gays, dude? Can you explain
I don't
that?
know. We've really left everyone out of our business. We've left we're kind of nice and easy to get along with,
I
but
don't
people
get
just don't
it.
like us.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too much snark.
I mean, you don't even see gay terrorists. There's not like on the news like another Macy's has gone up in flames again. Like it's like we're just sort of like minding our own business, and people are like, get them. It's like,
Yeah.
oh God, all right.
Yeah, you don't think terrorists are all gay?
No, because they. Joan Rivers had a joke. She's like, "There's two people that should not be stopped at the airport for terrorism: gay men and Jewish women. Gay men would be like, should I bring the bomb, or maybe I'll meet an extra guy, so I'll bring an extra sweater." If I, I love
to
Joan
Joan,
Rivers.
man.
I miss her.
Yeah, shouts to Joan, dude. Do you think that she's underappreciated?
Absolutely,
Kind of, huh?
the most underrated, most underappreciated
They
comic.
tried to cancel her before she died. I don't remember why.
Yeah, but how how can you cancel?
I don't
How can
know.
you cancel a woman who was banned by NBC,
Yeah.
had a husband who committed suicide, and was the only woman working in comedy for 30 years? Like,
Yeah.
you can't really cancel her.
Just said everything. I mean, it's
she said
unbelievable.
everything.
Everything,
And
everyone.
she's a perfect example of someone who you can watch and say, okay, there's certain jokes I don't like or not have aged well.
Yes.
But these ones I do like. I feel like the problem with, the way we sort of view everything as a whole is it's
Yeah.
like, well, have you ever seen a movie and not liked certain parts? But as a
Yeah.
whole, you can be like, but I see what's happening. We're just so black and white. We're very
Yeah.
unforgiving of the artist.
Yeah.
And I think there's a difference of someone really coming in with bad intentions and someone who's at the center trying to make somebody just laugh.
Yes,
And like
yes,
look
yes,
where
yes.
contextually where it's coming from. But people
Yeah.
are very they really it's like arguing with a painting. Like that's how people feel with comedians is like
Yeah.
they don't understand the art that goes behind writing jokes and wordplay. I mean, words are our medium. That's our
Yes.
paint. And so sometimes you put certain words together and it does create a reaction.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going for. We're trying to get people to laugh, and we don't always view it as like the 360 sort of how does this affect everyone around me, because we're just trying to make 24 people in a club laugh.
Yeah.
And I think that, again, like if you're looking at a painting, comedy works as the way a painting does. You don't argue with the painter. The painter makes the piece, and you argue amongst yourselves what you do and don't like about it.
Right.
But and if the painter is smart or the comedian's smart, we'll listen and try and elevate that for the next time.
Right.
Comedians are supposed to, I feel, be ahead of the conversation. Sort of view, react, and be ahead.
Yeah.
It's well
So
said. Ahead of the conversation.
right, we're not creating the conversation.
Yeah.
We are reacting to it. So
Yeah.
I feel people are so. I mean, you must know. I mean, come on. You're like, you go in territories that I wouldn't go in. I remember one time you did your joke about trans people on stage. I wouldn't do that joke. I don't necessarily like that joke, but
Yeah.
I don't hate you. I see where you're going. I see the intent. And
Yeah.
instead of like lighting you up, I talked to you about it.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
why would you say that? How do you feel about that? We
Yeah.
had just a conversation about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. People seem really upset.
I just thought she was so brave, and I thought she was also doing comedy from a place where it's like, not every joke has to be this poignant observation on society, right? Like,
Right.
sometimes we say something to be absurd. Sometimes we say something to be offensive. Like,
Right.
if I'm making fun of a friend of mine, I'm not trying to go, here's some cultural nuance for you. I'm
Right.
trying to make you feel bad.
Right.
And then we all laugh about it, right?
Right.
Like, I remember I saw her at JFL. This was years ago, and she opened up with this joke. She was like, I was down in Mexico a couple weeks ago. Ugly people. Wow. Just hideous. I mean, seriously, they're
I'm
ugly.
Mexican.
He goes, she goes, they're ugly. I mean, no one's ever went to their plastic surgeon. Make me Mexican.
My God, Joan.
Dude, brutal.
That's
but
brutal.
I'm crying, and she's literally just going, what's the craziest thing I can say?
Yeah.
How will I just be crazy? Does she hate Mexicans? I don't think so. Has she like a history of hating Mexicans?
I mean, that joke sounds not great, but no, but I'm
You know
kidding.
what I mean?
Of course, yeah,
Just
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're making fun of something doesn't mean you hate or love it. You're like, what would be the most ridiculous thing to say?
Right.
Or where's there like a little shred of truth?
Right.
And then you just kind of.
Well, I think to your point, I think a lot of times now there's been a lot of comedians where the reaction is more of applause than laughter.
So it's refreshing to see something that's not applause worthy.
Right. And I
Yeah,
think
fuck applause.
sometimes, there is an argument for, do we have to create, look, and I'm someone who doesn't, I'm not the most PC person in the world, but I'm also, I'm aware of what I think in my own understanding, like what is the intention of this joke. And
Yeah.
I hear gay jokes all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And I can't spend all my time getting mad about it because it's not my business. But
Best
sometimes
gay joke that you heard from a straight guy or girl.
best gay joke that I heard from a straight guy or straight girl.
Not girl. Girl doesn't count. Guy. Straight guy. Best gay joke. Because girls know too much about gays.
Yeah. Oh, I have to think about that.
All right,
You have
you
to
come
give me a
back to
minute
us.
to
No,
think
come
I
about
was
it.
thinking
that's
about
fine.
Joan and people like that. I feel like it's to not make fun of groups of people, you're not seeing them as equal. So if you make fun of everyone with the same energy and consistency, like if you make fun of everybody, but you spend way too much time making fun of black people, it's like that's a little weird.
Yeah.
But Joan went at everyone with the same style, the same energy, the same
And went at
furiousness,
herself.
curiosity,
Yeah.
and at herself. So how can you look at that person and say it's a hateful person? That's a person that makes fun of everyone, sees
Yeah.
everyone as equal, and you all get the same work.
Also, we view comedy now in 30-second clips, not the hour.
Yeah.
So, there is a kind of contract that we're signing when you go into a room. I understand what I'm about to hear is out of my control, and let that hour sort of fill it in. So contextually, when you start getting into those darker areas, you've already proven your worth as a human and your ability to, feel other humans and not, we all know comics who I think do things just for the sake of doing things, which to me isn't comedy, because if anyone can say a bad word for saying a bad word, then anyone can be a comedian.
You're brave, but you're not funny.
Sure, exactly.
You might be, though. I even give pushback on that. Like, Joan did that.
But there was always a joke. It was always
you need
a written
punchline.
Yeah,
You
correct.
can't.
That's he's saying,
Your
yeah.
punchline just can't be the N-word.
It
Correct.
can't just be hate speech.
I hear what you're saying, and then you hate speech in the guise of comedy, or like, oh, look at this. Look, I can speak freely on whatever I want. Exactly.
Right.
You need some sort of.
And audiences change, and I think the conversation is changing about words we accept and don't accept. I mean, there's a comic, I won't say his name, but he's been around forever, and I was at the Cellar right before the pandemic, and I hear him saying fag on stage, and audiences close up. And
Interesting.
I think that should be a sign that's like, look, this is now time for you as the comic to understand this word isn't used that way anymore. We don't view this that way anymore. So better yourself.
Yeah.
You can maybe say that word if you can figure out a way to say it that's not in this context.
Yeah.
But just to call some guy a fag.
How do you view that? Because I've had that in bits. I've had the F word in bits. But how do you view like when a straight person says that word? At least let's start with comic, and then how do you view it when like you hear it when you're gaming or some shit like that?
Well, gaming. Everything's a
It's
faggot
nonstop.
in gaming.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
everyone's
and
a faggot.
N-word too,
yeah.
right? It's just like
the first people to get thrown under the bus in a video game.
Blacks, gays, adios.
Yeah, fucking fag. Yeah, because in Call of Duty, you can hear 3 seconds of them be like when you kill them. Like, so all you hear is like every time you kill someone, just faggot, fucking faggot, faggot.
Do you ever kill someone, they say it, and you're like, they were right.
That's the thing too. Is like I'm being bullied in high school and getting called a faggot, and as an adult, I'm like, well, they really weren't wrong. I mean,
were ahead of their
they picked up on something. So I don't know. I don't believe in controlling people's speech. I don't mind challenging one-on-one to a friend.
You should.
But I don't. And also, if I don't like something, I just there's so much content today. I mean, there's so much content. I can't worry myself about being angry about the small. If I'm going to get worried about a comedian saying fag, then I really have to start worrying about everything that's happening globally too. If it's just like, I can only handle so much.
You can also have your personal feelings on things.
Yeah, if
and
you talk to me as a friend and said, yo, this bothered me, I'd be like, oh, bet. I would appreciate that. I'd be like, okay, that's
I probably
noteworthy.
would if I felt, with you two, I'd feel comfortable enough.
Because for me, it's just like, if you're going to tell me that, I'm going to go, oh, shit, what if there's like this gay dude that's a fan of mine and he really loves my comedy, and then he hears that and he's like, oh, man, like, I really looked up to you and you made me feel kind of shitty. And then I can take that and I can go, oh, man, maybe I should switch that joke. Maybe I can find a funnier word.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something with more nuance, especially if you're coming at it from a place of like, not like harsh aggression and criticism, but almost like empathy. Like, hey, you don't know what that could be making someone feel like.
Right.
And I feel like that's the most
But
digestible form of it.
It is hard for comedians to know the things we say. We can't, audience members will say, you said this about this and that offended. And
Someone's
it's
going to be offended by everything.
right. And
that's
it's like,
the tricky
but
thing.
I didn't have you. I don't know you.
Yeah,
I didn't have you in mind. I mean, it's nice to know now that there's a different perspective.
Yeah.
But, if we wanted comedy to be safe, we'd all just walk up and say, I love water.
Yeah.
And that would be the show. I mean,
Yes.
sometimes there needs to be a space to say that thing that, I don't know. I guess everything can be argued. I guess everything's an argument today, so it doesn't matter.
There's going to be somebody offended by everything. Yeah, Al, go.
How long into like dating like a new person do you have to tell them if you're a top or bottom? Because I would think that's a deal breaker.
Let me put it this way. I've had sex with men, and as I'm closing the door, I'm like, what's your name again? Tom. Have a nice day. I mean, that is where gays stand. No. I don't know. You pretty much just know, I guess. Well, I mean, you go under a bridge, find a troll, answer his question 3. No, you talk about it. What are you into? You know, verse, top, bottom, what?
Yeah, so I'm saying,
And
like,
people sort of
how,
talk.
like, is that first date?
I don't know. Maybe like in a Lifetime movie. But I feel like if you're meeting on Grindr, usually the conversation is into. And when you say into, they're implying, are you top or bottom, verse? What are you into? And then the picture exchange. And then 3 months later, you actually do it. But Grindr at this point, which I'm not on, it's too stressful. It's just like Candy Crush. But
Wait, why is it too stressful?
it's so because certain
You are
apps,
crushing, buddy.
I've gotten rid of Facebook and Twitter. I don't like either one of those. I
Yeah.
think they consume too much. I like Instagram because I have to promote my shows somehow.
Yeah.
But Grindr wants your attention now, and people are very sensitive, and it seems to be a lot on the line for these guys because you get on, they'll be like, "Hey," and then if you don't respond within 10 minutes, they're like, "Well, fuck you, you're ugly anyways," and then they block you. You're like, "I was getting dinner, like I was showering," you know what I mean?
Dudes will be dudes, bro.
Dudes are sensitive. Men
Yeah.
are very, very
rejection,
sensitive. Yeah.
100%.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes Grindr can be nice. You'll meet people. Well, now when I was on Grindr, the last time I was on Grindr was maybe, I don't even remember when, but when I was more getting recognized, people would say, "You're not really Matteo, you're catfishing." And I kept getting my profile deleted. So I finally messaged Grindr on Instagram. I said,
It's me.
It's me.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm trying to get fucked. and they were like, "Oh, we're sorry. Okay." And then they did something, but now I've gotten rid of it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm too sensitive.
To like people rejecting you, or
It's too distracting, too sensitive, and too much.
Okay.
Grindr should be called Broken Promises.
I have a question. Okay, AIDS. How worried are you about it?
I am on something called
PrEP.
PrEP.
Yeah.
Which is a prophylactic. Which first of all, AIDS. It's called HIV. I mean, AIDS
Yes.
is the final form
My bad,
of
son.
HIV. If
My
you are,
bad, son.
but HIV
Yeah.
positive, I'm very happy to say that I feel in the gay community. I mean, the queer community will say that being HIV positive is no longer
A
something.
death sentence, right?
Not even just a death sentence, but I would 100%. I have had sex with men who are HIV positive.
Really?
Of course, and I would date and I would marry someone if they were HIV positive.
So just so we can like explain this, the PrEP medication, it stops you from being able to contract HIV.
correct, and
It's
they
a daily thing. You're taking
take it daily.
Right.
Yes.
It's like a birth control, but HIV
Correct.
control, right?
Right.
Okay. And
Instead
then
of giving life, it's death. You know. It's like, yes.
so as long as you're taking that, even if you do sleep with somebody who is HIV positive, they're not going to be able to transfer that to you.
That's right. And if you are HIV positive and you speak to your doctor and you're aware of your status
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're on medicine, which the medicine is very good these days,
Yeah.
you are undetectable, which means you're untransmittable. So
Okay.
I could potentially not on PrEP
Oh,
have
and it
sex
wouldn't even-
bareback with someone who's HIV positive.
Yes.
And if they are undetectable, then I would not contract HIV.
Okay. Have you spoken to older gays about what it was like during the AIDS
Yeah.
epidemic? And
Yes.
like, because I remember I have all my gay bar stories. I'm just telling you, when we were in San Francisco, remember we went to that gay bar?
Yeah.
Remember we?
What was it called again?
I forget, but
San
we were.
Francisco, was that the name of the bar?
Chili's.
No, but we were at this gay bar, and I saw like there was a few older guys there, right? And I remember when we walked in, and I looked at the older guys, and I was like, "What you guys must have went through in the 80s, 90s?"
Dude, it was called
Late
Grid.
80s, yeah, that was the first. They called that at first. Late 80s, mid 90s. I mean, you know, and
All your
sort of,
friends.
Yeah, they seem
Yeah,
jaded.
yeah.
They
It's
seem
like
like war
war.
veterans. They were sitting in their bar like, ugh.
Yeah, just like grizzled and shit like that, dude. And I remember looking, and I was like, man, imagine all of your friends, this like tight knit community. You first come out, you go to a place where you can finally like enjoy. Like imagine like the 18-year-old kid from fucking Kentucky who leaves Kentucky, goes to San Francisco, and he's like, I have a community, I have friends, I can be myself, and then boom, people start dropping like flies. We're talking about in that community, what percentage of people were dying?
it seemed like everyone.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to older gays about that?
Yeah, yeah.
And what do they
you know,
say?
it was first of all, it was lesbians who were the only ones who took care of us.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Well, we were kicked out of hospitals, and religious people were the first, and politicians to completely let it happen. Reagan didn't even speak about it, and the one time he did, he laughed.
No.
And there was a huge pandemic, and I think lesbians were the first in our community to take care of us, to hold on to us, to.
And when you have like conversations with the older gays about that time, what was it like? Were people like terrified to even like be intimate with one another?
Yeah, there was a fear. I mean, you didn't know, no one knew what it was, no one knew what was happening, and all they knew that they called it the gay disease, and it was just fear and it didn't help that your whole life, politicians, family, religious figures, movies, everyone was telling you that this is a curse, you're going to hell and you deserve it and everything else. I mean, the fact that even the people that not just surviving it, but mentally surviving that
that's what I was
time,
thinking.
and I do feel that younger queer people, we need to do more recognizing of the people that survived that time and really, because, and Fran Lebowitz brought this up. It wasn't, we were closeted, we were forced out of the closet at that time. That's when the gay revolution really started to happen.
What do you mean?
Because we couldn't hide it. We were dying
if
at
you're
such
sick,
yes, we were dying at such a high rate
shit.
that we were forced out of the closet, and it forced us to get ourselves together and to really start fighting for our rights.
That is really interesting, because you've often heard, like, when people compare the black struggle to the gay struggle, right? An argument that you hear.
I don't believe these two are parallel, by the way.
I'm not saying you do,
Right,
but like
right.
a lot of times you've heard from black people going, we can't pretend we're not black.
Right.
That's a time where you can't pretend you're not gay.
Right.
Because at that time, if you had HIV, the assumption was you were gay. I mean, even with Magic Johnson getting it, they're like, "Oh, he must have been gay. He must have been."
There
doing
had to
something."
be some relief when straight people started getting it, right? Like, finally they'll
Finally,
do something
it's
about
not
it.
us.
Finally, yeah. I mean, like, on a certain sense, like, you don't think the politicians are going to respond when it's just gay dudes getting it. They don't give a fuck.
But that's when
When straight dudes
politicians
start getting-
responded. Is when
Exactly.
once straight people started getting infected with HIV,
That's my point.
suddenly,
Bro,
they give a
that's the
shit.
same
That's
thing
my
with
point.
civil rights. It's like once they start sending like young white kids to Vietnam, all of a sudden people are like, "Whoa, what's
My
going on?"
dad,
this
he was
war?
a helicopter pilot in Vietnam. He
Really?
was 19.
Really?
And I'm complaining about Tinder.
Now your brother's also gay,
Yeah, and my cousin.
so just gay sperm in your
Yeah,
family or
tons.
gay egg. What do
We
you
think it's from the gay egg because
gay egg.
everyone from my family, my mother's Italian.
The cousin
and-
determined this,
and-
I think.
Yes, I'll tell you, we figured it out, right? So my
You trace the
we
gay
did.
like it's a vampire.
We did because my dad is like very white American,
He's a helicopter pilot.
And,
If anything,
yeah.
he's a lesbian.
He was a cop, and but I only have like 6 cousins on his side, maybe
Okay.
4. My mom, I have 36 first cousins. Right, she's Italian Mexican. So there's a lot of the boys on my mother's side from the Mexican side.
Yeah.
3 of the 5 are gay.
Yeah.
And we think that my grandpa, his brother, was gay, and this is the thought behind it.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let me tell you, my Mexican grandpa, he had 5 kids with my grandma. She's Italian, but he also had 5 kids with another woman at the same time.
Wild boy.
And named them all the same names, not to confuse them.
Wild boy. That is
So-
legendary.
Dude,
son.
genius.
That is legendary.
So, but my grandma divorced him, remarried a Sicilian. I grew up as an Italian. However, we created a relationship with him again later in our life, and
Yes.
it was forgiven. However, my Aunt Cindy was like, I think that my uncle was gay because he was a man in the 50s who owned a women's hair salon, beat up in high school, did musical theater, and it's like, look, we can't say he's gay because of all these stereotypes, but like,
Yeah.
It's kind of it's like a genealogy. You get to track it all the way back.
and then me, my brother, and my cousin, gay.
I have a question about that. So you talked about not being able to come out of the closet until you were 19 and not feeling comfortable until you were 19.
Yeah.
Was your brother, did y'all know you were both gay, and did you get to share, like, you didn't have to just be alone in it?
No, we didn't get along for a long time, and I think specifically, my brother was older, and so when he came out, I feel like at that time, it was the 90s, and so his response, like any other gay person, was to sort of exit from the family and have his own life, and where I was very integrated in the family with the cousins and my aunts and uncle, we were like my big fat Greek wedding, and when I came out, I used my sense of humor. My family's a very funny family, so using humor was a way that I could make it acceptable for everybody, to come around. My brother doesn't have that. He's very reserved, very smart, so he just sort of like It was almost like
Distance himself.
Batman, like exited, just
Yeah.
like left. And we didn't talk for many years. And as an adult, I mean, now we're close, but like as an adult, realizing like, oh, that was him protecting himself from rejection or from
Yeah.
being made fun. I get it, you know. But my coming out experience was different. I went to art school, and you know, I just was a lot more flamboyant than him. I was doing theater. I sang. I
Did
was
your
drawing
dad kind of
and-
know?
That's
your
what I
mom
was gonna
kinda
ask. Because
know?
you say you can't do straight voice,
Yeah.
so you sound gay your whole
Yeah.
life. You're not coming out till you're 19. But is
Right.
everybody like, we've seen this before?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a shock. I feel like everyone had to. And I was like, I'm gay. They're like, oh.
Yeah. But was there extra pressure for you to not be gay now that your brother's out?
I didn't find out till I was older. Anyways, he came out early. I think he was 14. He came out pretty early, and I don't know. I don't remember. You know, I didn't feel any pressure.
Yeah.
My family is very close. My cousins and I are literally like a wolf pack. Like we're just constantly together. I
That
still talk to
changed
them
that at
every
all,
day.
or no?
No, my God, I felt
Because it
very
shouldn't, because there's nothing weird sexually between relatives.
right.
It's only like with the straight guy that they feel like, oh, is he going to try something on me? But you're not going to try something on your cousin.
No, and my best friend is my cousin Brian, who's also gay, and him and
Holy
I.
shit, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we were like very, you know.
Is there anyone straight? And you're like, yeah, right.
No,
Yeah,
my
now you
Aunt
have to come
Cindy-
out as straight. You have to be like, guys, I'm straight. And everyone's like, what?
I like pussy. Sure you do.
My Aunt Cindy even says, she's like, you're gay until proven straight in this
And
family.
you're a fan.
Like, yeah, I mean, that's what I love about my family is my Uncle Mike. I remember, you know, him. We all make fun of each other, right? My
Yeah.
Uncle Mike is very like Irish, South Side Chicago, and he just didn't know how to word things, and so he'd be like, my cousin Brian. He'd be like, Brian has his special friend coming over. And my Aunt Cindy's like, it's a boyfriend, special friend, you sound like an idiot. You know, he's like, oh, please, Cindy, I don't know what to say. You know, so we have fun. One time, this is how he supports. He came, because I draw, and he was like, Matteo, I've got a great idea. We'll make gay greeting cards and make a bunch of money. And my Aunt Cindy goes, what are they going to say? Happy birthday from a gay? And he's like, no, please, Cindy. So I was very lucky. I actually, and I always get emotional telling this story, but I was doing shows at this gay bar once in Chicago, and my whole family would come to my shows, all 40 of them. Like my grandparents, everybody, they all come to the
amazing,
bar. Yeah, they're insane. And I love them. And I remember after the show, this older gay guy came up to me and shook my hand. He goes, I just want to say you're very lucky that you had your family here. And I said, oh, they're so crazy. And he like squeezed my hand and looked at me and he goes, I just want to tell you that you're very lucky that you have your family here.
Because he really would have loved that. And he felt so alone.
Yeah.
That is super fortunate, man. Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine that, feeling completely isolated from the people that you feel most close to and having to choose between who
Being
you are as an
yourself?
actual
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
and the people you love most. And you either lie to yourself about who you are so you could be around the people you love most, or you lie to them.
Or you just get to be yourself in like these little small pockets of time, and you can't like share with anybody.
And did that, like, after you were already grateful, obviously, but after that, were you like,
Well, it
holy
puts into
shit.
perspective. You know, I was only like 25 or something.
Yeah.
So I guess I just, you know, yeah, it just put into perspective. I always think about him.
Really?
Have you met someone recently that's from like a country where it's illegal to be gay? Like
Great
a
question,
place like
yeah.
Russia or some other place like
There's,
that.
I think, 72 countries.
Right.
Yeah.
Most religious. Yeah, actually, I'm friends with this guy who is, well, I don't want to give away too much, but he's from the Middle East, and he moved to Paris. And we were chatting about, and he's so nice. He's like a photographer, and we were just chatting about our lives. And it's so hard for me to complain because he
Yeah.
basically is exactly that, where he's like, I can't go back home.
Yeah.
I can't see my family. I can't be who I really am. He's like, I don't like living in Paris. He's, you know, because Parisians. But he's like, but this is the only place that I can find myself and be myself. And so I never had that experience of.
Dude, think how rough it is for gay people that he's Muslim and is in Paris. Like, this is better. About that.
Yeah, he can't catch a break, right? No matter
Finally,
where
he escaped the
goes.
persecution.
They're just trying to get that motherfucker out of there. Fuck, man. Yeah, it is weird. It's like there's such a focus, at least when you're in the United States, about like what you don't have. Like every group, I don't care what the group is, thinks that something is being removed from them. Like you look at like even
Usually straight guys.
well, no, straight white dudes, right? They're
We're losing the country.
we're losing our country, we're losing our culture, right? They actually believe it. That's something that they truly believe is being taken away from. And I feel like we're like so privileged in America that every single group is just focusing on what we don't have or what we could have instead of focusing on the fact that we have it better here than anywhere else, everybody. Now, we still have to focus on what we can obtain, especially groups that are dealing with oppression to this day. But having that handshake with that dude and him just going like, hey, man, that's really awesome that your family loves you. It's like, there's this fight for what you need to have, but there's also this moment where you're like, holy shit, I'm pretty goddamn lucky, man.
Yeah, you can do both. You can focus on what you need to have and appreciate what you have.
You need to
agree.
do both. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So
yeah, because I think that there's a lot of work to be done, but yeah, it is also important to sort of sit back and reflect on
maybe
that.
for your own mental health.
Of course.
Because it's so easy to get caught up in like how
just your phone. Our phones.
your phone will make you feel like you
can't
have it the
look at our
worst,
phone.
right?
Yeah.
But like if you can reflect and go, holy shit, I got my family, or holy shit, like I can go outside and I can like be myself, or that dude, even just the Muslim dude, like the guy even in Paris is like being shit on probably.
Yeah.
You know.
But not because he's gay.
Not even because he's gay. Like once they find out he's gay, they're like, "What?" Well, no, they're like, "Welcome. You're one of the good ones."
We created gay here in Paris.
Yeah, that is a tricky thing. I'm curious about that. Both of like all three of you guys here. Is that when you're a minority group, do you have to be quiet about appreciating how? And I'm going to put this in quotes. How good you may have it. Because you don't want the white people oppressing you to go, see, you got it good, huh? like those little moments of gratitude, do you have to kind of stifle those a little bit?
I'll
or
put
keep
it
them
this
within
way.
the community?
Like even in this moment right now, like I'm being interviewed and asked very specific questions about being gay. So, but when I'm with my gay friends, I promise you these things are not discussed. I mean,
Ever, of course.
It's usually us, like I'm at my friend Bob's house watching YouTube and we're pausing and laughing in this or whatever, or playing Fortnite or whatever,
Yeah.
But so in these moments, like, I'm being very, it's very pointed, the questions. So like I have to discuss like a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
But,
just make you relive the worst parts of
I
it.
know. I'm so emotional right now. I'm like,
I love that.
God. But I think there is appreciation in the sense of like when I go on stage every night, I am trying. Everything in my life has served me in a way to help make strangers laugh, and that's my celebration.
Yeah.
What a gay answer.
No. So here's my final question, because I don't want to take too much of your time, but like I've always been curious about this for gay comics specifically.
Mm-hmm.
From speaking to some gay friends, coming out of the closet was one of the most terrifying experiences that they had to do. As a comic, if you're going to talk about things that are gay adjacent, when you go on stage, the audience doesn't immediately know you're gay. You're not getting brought up as you, maybe more so than others. But there's certain comics, right? Unless you're going up like with what does Mayron have? He has the
Mayron Gagnon.
Yeah, shouts to Mayron. He has the fan,
Yeah.
right? Like, but part of me wonders if he presents as more gay, so he doesn't have to go through the most traumatic experience of his life every single time he walks back on stage. It's like, hey, I'm coming out of the closet, and just looking to the crowd and seeing if the audience judges you, seeing if they're okay with you, like dealing with that every single time. You don't know if there's going to be some nut job in the audience that just hates gay people and then I roll immediately.
I was in Arizona a month ago, and I walked on stage because my opening joke is that I walk out and say, "Hey, thanks so much. I'm obviously gay," and then it gets a huge laugh. We move on, and this guy goes, "What?" and I go, "Oh, I have it recorded. I should play it for you." I said, "Yeah, You do not like gays?" He goes,
Oh, this
"No."
is a good clip you put online. Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh," and he was with his wife, and usually women are a little nicer to gays, so I said,
Yeah.
"Do you like gays?" And she goes,
No.
and I said,
It
"Oh."
was a little nicer.
I said, "It was a little bit."
Slightly nicer.
I said, "You can leave," and they did. They got up and they left.
No.
Yeah. And all the gays in the audience were like, "Get out!" But I was So you get that all the time. I walk on stage every night on the road. I don't have to. Everyone's gay, and or usually, and I
or they know the deal. They're there.
Right.
Yeah,
they saw the ticket. So, but which is also with that guy. That guy did no research on me.
I know,
like
that's on him.
It's like going to see Star Wars in 10 minutes and being like, I don't like space. Like, yeah, you idiot. Like, do research. So, but
you got to be that dumb to hate a guy and leave the show because he's gay. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's clearly a fucking moron. He's not gonna pick up context clues.
I wish he stayed because I don't know what he thought I was gonna do. But I just want to talk about British Bake Off. But I do that at the Cellar every night. I do walk on stage and say, "Thanks so much. I'm obviously gay." Gets a big laugh.
But you're wondering a little, right?
If I actually am?
No. Like, are you gay? Are you just doing this? No.
This takes a huge turn.
It's a character. It's just a character. I think it might be just be a character.
He's Larry the Cable Guy?
He's Larry the Cable Guy.
No, this time didn't feel right. This time I think I changed my mind.
What's that?
This time, just one time, you're like, no, I don't. You know what?
I don't think I'm gay today.
It doesn't feel right anymore.
I always wonder, is that like a traumatic thing to go
saying,
over
even
over
at the
and
Cellar,
over
could
again?
there be a guy?
But maybe it isn't. It's
I'm
just, you have
over
to,
it now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I'm over it now.
I would think once you're comfortable with it, then if anybody else is uncomfortable with it, that kind of sucks, but whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like audiences are opening up now to hearing about gay experience. Like, that's the thing I used to go through. Is this too gay? Is that not too gay? And I'm like, what am I talking about? I love Streisand. I take it in the ass. Obviously, what I'm going to talk about is going to be gay. If they don't like it, whatever. But I mean, I have lots of different material. And maybe it's some people interpret it as gay, some don't. But there's just so few gay comics. I think people are now like, when I go on a show, like the audience perks up a little bit because they're sort of like, oh,
it's great. It's changing it up. It's a different
Yeah.
perspective. Like, I like different perspective.
Yeah.
I think so much in like comedy is trying to find that unique spin. Like, if everybody's going to talk about this one thing, it's like, what is the most unique version of it? What
you
is
said the most eye-opening thing to me last week when you were like, it seems like that people at first are very interested in gay comics.
Oh, this is industry wise. Yeah.
Can I talk about that or not?
Please.
Okay. And it seems that at first they're very interested in gay comics. You get a bunch of heat, but then when the moment comes to actually
Put some money behind it.
Right, like give them a special or give them this.
Gay ceiling.
Yeah.
It is the gay ceiling. And it's like you see it initially hit because it's unique, it's different, right? And it's so fun. And it also, there's like points for diversity.
Yeah, it's like a mascotism a little bit.
There's a little bit of mascotism. But then when it's time to like, hey, let's do an hour. I mean, you did Netflix, you did all these things.
I did a 15 on Netflix, which was great.
It was amazing.
But since I've been trying to sell an hour, like 4 different versions of an hour, and the response is always the same.
Because they're like, oh my God, will people be... It's almost like their bigoted view on people. They're like, well, guys, Comedy Central is a male channel. It's like, well, guys want to watch a gay dude.
Right.
You have to prove it to them so that they don't lose their jobs.
Right.
And I mean, I was in the position, and I guess this is why I was giving you advice. Like, obviously not a gay comic, but like they didn't want to fuck with me at all.
Right.
And I had to prove it. And the numbers back it up. Right. And we went out and we did some pretty cool work, and then the numbers backed it up. And that's what I say that you should do, because I think you got it, Merle. And I don't mean that, just to like placate. I really do think you got it.
Oh,
you know me.
thanks.
I don't really shout out a lot of people that I think are. I don't do it for networking. I don't care to network.
Right,
right. If I want you on a podcast, or if I think that you're funny, I'm gonna try to share that with as many people as possible. But you're great, man.
Thanks.
And I think you should just fucking bet on yourself, dude.
I am. I'm putting my clips up on my
Great. And
Instagram
it's
now.
working, right?
Yeah, it's like shocking. I was like, oh, I guess I should stop with the nudes and put up some.
and you know what you should do? I think it's a balance. I think that you should just have because I see you put like a cover or a thumbnail of you in like a sexy pose, and then you're doing the stand up. I think you should just put you with the mic and close up on your face, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, because what's going to happen is like. It's going to happen is like there's going to be a certain amount of people that aren't going to watch the video maybe because they see like some guy who's looking super gay, right? But I bet you if it just pops up on their Explore and they're naturally going into it, and then you start talking and you're like, oh yeah, Jafar is totally gay. Like they're like, wait a minute. And all of a sudden they go, this guy's fucking hilarious. Right? And now you don't have that barrier of entry, which is a guy's fragile ego of looking at a dude who is buff with his shirt off.
Right.
It's like you're like tricking them into liking Matteo, not liking hot gay guy.
Right.
Because that's way harder for a straight dude.
Yeah.
To go, I like hot gay guy.
Ooh, sorry, I don't know my friend Nick. That's the monster, Nick. I have a phone.
But you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So I wish you best of luck, and I hope everybody that listens just goes
Thanks.
and checks out your
I
stuff.
really appreciate. First of all, it's been so long. I love you. But
Love
all of
you,
our
buddy.
guy code, girl code days.
I know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I
So
know.
this was very fun to be here with y'all.
And I'm glad people got to hear you. I know you were like, oh, I'm not being funny anymore. I'm glad people got to see this part of you, too. Because if you want to know Matteo's talented, just look at his IG. It's
Yeah.
all there.
Yeah.
But to hear him
Thanks.
actually say, like, things that were more personal and maybe a little vulnerable, I thought was awesome.
Yeah, this podcast is not just like we have a joke every 30 seconds. Like I want to have some, serious conversation, and then
course.
like I think the funniest stuff comes from that.
Right.
Like get to that place where it's very vulnerable, and we're gonna find some funny in it.
Well, I really appreciate you having me on.
We fuck with you, Matteo. Al got another question.
Last question. So we're all.
What are you
trying-
doing Thursday?
Mariah
No.
Carey.
We're all basically here trying to look like you. What's
Yes.
your workout regimen?
Oh,
Diet too. Give us diet.
Yeah.
too.
Well, all right. So basically, and I'm going on a brand new diet because I'm trying to. That's the whole thing. Anyways, but I eat 5 meals a day, and every 4 hours, and it's divided between macros. So like, how many how many fats, carbs, and protein am I having per meal?
You sleep 4 hours a day?
I'm sorry.
You sleep 4 hours
No,
a day?
every 4 hours I eat in a day for my 5 meals. Is
Yeah,
a
isn't that
4
20
hour.
hours?
Yeah. So you have
You
to wake
sleep-
up in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
to
No,
eat?
no. What I mean is like by the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, usually 3 to 4 hours in between
3
each
to 4
meal.
hours.
Ah,
Okay,
gotcha.
got it.
So and that's it. About 5 days a week, I go to the gym and I focus on. I isolate muscle groups. So today I'm gonna be doing just shoulders. Yesterday I did back and buys, and the other day I did tries and chest. And it's pretty much it.
Are you meal prepping?
I buy the meals now. I'm too lazy to meal prep. So now I
and then
just
what about
purchase
going
the
out to
meals.
dinner? Like that's
I
my
allow
vice.
my I mean when I was in Italy, I just came back from Italy. It was 3 weeks of smoking cigarettes, not working out, and eating pasta twice a day.
Yeah.
But your body needs that. Well, not the
Yeah.
cigarettes, but your body needs to like chill
This is
out.
him.
Gay diet.
This is him 3 weeks of not working out. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Piece of shit.
But yeah, I mean, you both met me when I was
Twink.
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, I was.
Total
You're
twink,
very good,
dude.
Andrew. A twink. Yeah, I was 130 pounds. I'm
Yeah.
163 now.
Yeah.
So I've gone through a huge, but it's taken me like 5 years.
Yeah.
My sister who gave me my diet at first, I was like, well, what do I eat for breakfast? She would ask me, what do you eat for breakfast and when do you eat breakfast? I'm like, I don't know. I wake up, I have coffee, a cereal, and then maybe I eat 4 hours later, like pasta or something. She goes, all right. This is when I was first trying to put on weight. She goes, you're going to wake up, you're going to have 2 bagels, and you're going to have 7 egg whites. And I was like, okay. But she was right. I just needed to
You needed calories.
Yes, because my body was just like magrissimo.
That's like an old school diet, dude. My
Yeah.
dad was super skinny when he was younger, and his doctor prescribed him a milkshake a day.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
like old school medicine,
Yeah.
right
But
there.
now it's like balanced. I'm eating
Milkshake?
healthy
Yeah.
things. But at first, I just had to put on weight.
Brother, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
Tell
having
them
me.
where they can find you.
You can-
Grinder. No.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
Grinder. No,
No,
you are back on.
No, I'm
You
not.
spoke to
I'm
them.
not. I'm not.
Okay,
No more
yeah.
Grinder. But Grinder's great if that's for you.
Yeah.
On my Instagram at Matteo Lane, MatteoLane, and I
Shows coming up.
Oh yeah, can I read?
Please.
Of course, dude.
Okay.
That's
All
what
right.
this is
In the
about,
meantime,
man.
there should be a gay riot.
There should be gay
There
riots.
is gay riot.
Is there?
No, you can choose what you're into on
okay.
riot. Yeah.
All right, I would.
Yeah, it was on Raya. Yeah, it's everyone's a hairdresser. Okay. I will be at the Pilgrim House in Provincetown, August 7th to 9th. The Vulcan Gas Company in Austin,
yeah.
Texas, on September 10th and 11th. Philly Punchline, September 17th and 18th, and then I will be at the Arlington Draft House, October 15th and 16th.
Gang. And where they can MatteoLane.com.
MatteoLaneComedy.com.
Matteo Lane Comedy. Go check it out. Check him out on Instagram. Check out the Bade. Leave some crazy comments, please. Anyway, man, it's been Flagrant 2. Matteo Lane. All right, peace. All right, guys, we need to take a break for a second because, listen, the world is racing to get back to normal, and you want to start meeting up in person again. But after this year we've all had, getting back to feeling normal might take a little bit more time, okay? I think therapy is a very important part of a human being's life. There are different ways that people can access therapy. Sometimes it is from friends, sometimes it's from family, but sometimes it's from professionals. And I've been going to therapy on and off for an extended period of time. I think the first time I probably went to therapy, I was in like 3rd grade. Some teacher said that I was, acting out and that maybe I should talk to somebody in school. And I did. And I'm telling you, I come from a family that, my mom and dad were in therapy my whole life. And therapy was a very normal thing in my family. I know there's some people's families out there where it's not so normalized and it's very taboo. And what I'm here to tell you is that that's not the case, man. If you want to talk to somebody, it can help you. I promise you that. Even if they don't say a single thing back, just being able to unload everything, get all that shit off of your chest, it can make you feel so much better. And then if you have a therapist that actually can offer some amazing insight on your life, because other people are going through what you've gone through and what you're currently going through, that can be so much of just an absolutely amazing relief and really empowering. Understanding how you feel, understanding your emotions, understanding what you're going through, and understanding why you act certain ways, right? Unearthing the causes of your behavior. So a great way where you can get started in therapy and you can continue to do therapy is with Talkspace, okay? Talkspace is an amazing company. It is the #1 online therapy platform to help you sort through any issue you need. They have thousands of licensed therapists that are available for you to match with. Talkspace therapists are experts in dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more to help you start feeling better, okay? You can start feeling better with a single message. You match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com, and you know what? You're going to get $100 off your first month with the promo code Flagrant. That's $100 off your first month, okay, when you use the promo code Flagrant at Talkspace.com. Talk to these people, okay? Talkspace works around your schedule at your convenience. You can send and receive unlimited messages with your dedicated therapist in the app. You can schedule live video sessions with your licensed therapist from anywhere. Remember, this was a crazy concept to do a live therapy session over the phone or over FaceTime until a pandemic happened. That's where all those therapy sessions were happening. So now it's been completely normalized. Go try it out. Go feel better. And, take your life in your own hands, man. Get a little bit of control of your behavior, your emotions, and why you feel these ways. I promise you'll get something great out of it. Go check it out. Use the promo code Flagrant and get that $100 off. All right, now let's get back to the show. The truffle is somewhere in Europe right now getting rejected by a Polish helicopter pilot. He'll tell us that story next week, but let's begin. I have a conversation I'd like to begin. I think that it should gain some steam, so let's start it right now. I think if Team USA basketball loses, the NBA champions can no longer call themselves the world champions.
I think that's valid.
And they can no longer call themselves the world champions until we win a world championship minimum or the Olympics.
I think Olympics. Fuck
Now,
all that world championship shit.
Here's the reason why it's good. Because this is going to incentivize the best players in the NBA to play for the Olympic squad so they can call themselves world champs when they win the NBA championship. This is how you get LeBron to go play. This is how you get Kawhi to go play. You don't want to win no little American championship. You want to win the world championship. You want to be world champions, do you not?
Now, can you explain the world champion thing? Because I pushed back on this when we were talking about before, but I was like, it's stupid that they call a world champion in the first place because they're playing in America. They don't play in
but
other
if we
countries.
always had the gold, you always knew what time it was. You always knew we were the best. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, we're the best.
And we have the best players from around the world.
Well, that's the thing, and that's consistent. So technically, you are the world champion because you're beating the best players from around the world because all of them are playing in America. But I don't like this shit where we get like a fucking bronze in the Olympics. It's pathetic, especially if it's one of our sports.
We might not even get that this year.
No, that's
chill out,
disrespectful.
chill.
Son, we lost to
disrespectful.
France.
Yo, chill.
Yeah.
Son, we lost to France. We lost a lead to France.
Yeah.
Fucking Nicolas Batum.
Yeah.
We felt bad for the black soccer players, so he's like, let's just give them.
We don't know who the black soccer players are.
I do. I know Mbop.
Yeah.
Do it all over. You can't. I thought that was funny,
We
dude.
could have got another bar in though.
Nah,
I was
dude.
grooving.
He
dog.
can't do it all over. He can't take the penalty kick again.
Yeah.
I didn't get the joke. Now I get it.
See, y'all are dumb. It's not funny because
Yeah,
y'all
sure.
are dumb.
Sure.
Anyway,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so-
This Alex dude thing, he just doesn't laugh when.
That's what he was doing to me the whole
I
time.
know, I
when
know, I know.
When
I
I
didn't
was killing
realize
him on
he
his
was doing
trash
it
ass
too.
outfit. And I was like, guys, what's happening?
Nah, you do. You look
Thought it
super
wasn't funny.
stupid.
They weren't laughing either.
You look super.
Nah,
didn't
'cause
even
you were
get a
sandbagging. No, you were sandbagging.
You
didn't
do
even get a
sandbag, dude.
Nah, sandbagging.
You sandbag, bro.
I ain't a
You're a
sandbag.
big fucking sandbag,
Come on,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm not
Whoa,
out
whoa, 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 whoa! What is
Nah.
that? Some kind of racist thing? What
Yeah,
you
I
calling
know.
him, a
I think-
I'm
sandbagger?
not talking about Vala.
You calling him a sandbagger?
Look at him, dog. He's
what?
sandbagging,
Bro, he's a
bro.
sandbagger.
I just
dude.
laughed at that.
Dude, you look
Nah.
like Peaky Grinders. I'm getting it back, baby.
Yeah.
I'm getting it back. Okay, so Team USA, absolutely pathetic. You can't
Yeah.
lose to any other country in basketball.
Son, we lost. We're 1-3.
It's
you're-
embarrassing, dog. It's embarrassing.
I don't know that you guys are saying that.
Dude, we
like-
lost to Nigeria, and the good Nigerians aren't even playing on the team.
The good Nigerian is Greek.
Yes.
The best Nigerian is Greek.
Can we name the Nigerians that are on the team? Can you name a Nigerian?
No
Name a
chance.
Nigerian that plays in the NBA
No
that's on that
chance.
team. You can't.
No, I
How the
cannot.
fuck do we lose to that team? And don't tell me it's because Devin Booker wasn't there, Drew Holiday wasn't there.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
KD, stop losing.
Isn't Bam? Isn't he Nigerian?
No,
Who?
he's American team, dog.
But like he's Nigerian descent.
And he's on our team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo, or whatever his
Yeah.
name is. Yeah, even the best Nigerians aren't playing on Team Nigeria, and we're still fucking losing, dude.
We lost to Australia.
Yeah, this
That's
is
white
embarrassing.
people.
So
This
I
is
guess
bad.
the
That's
question.
whites, bro.
This is the
You
thing.
can't lose to white
You
countries,
see this in
bro.
sports though, right? Where like
What?
Canada will invent
Look
hockey.
how fucking cocky he is now that France beat America,
Yeah.
dog. This is embarrassing. Go on, go on, go on. We see this in sports. What?
What?
We see this in sports. What? Yeah, but fuck him, dude. Fuck this guy. Go on.
Well, basically, we see in sports where like the country that invents it will body for a bunch of years, and then everyone kind of starts catching up. Like it happened with like hockey, where they invent hockey and then they start getting bodied. England invents cricket and then they start getting bodied. Is basketball just in the twilight of
Don't
American
you
dominance?
ever compare America to England or Canada ever again, you fucking French cock. I mean that sincerely.
America might be in
That's
this basketball
disrespectful.
twilight,
No,
bro.
fam. Cut
Everyone's
that shit
catching
out.
up.
Cut that shit out. Now we have so much like anti-American sentiment from over there, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
what
you,
is that?
You
Are you
China
guys-
Nah.
dick sucker, and you all of a sudden France gets one victory on America. You're like, it's in its
You're so
twilight.
ready
It
to
might be
leave.
this, France might be the next great basketball superstar.
No.
Might be the best.
You need to chill.
Remember
the fuck
Michael
out.
Petrus, bro? You remember him?
Yo, the
Yeah.
Jordan stopper. No, the Kobe stopper.
Kobe stopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French,
Don't
bro.
make the
That's
jokes.
Air France.
Don't make the jokes. Don't make the jokes. Okay.
what I mean?
Keep it moving.
Uh-huh.
We're not making jokes about Kobe stoppers.
No, Ruben Patterson called himself the Kobe stopper.
So did Petrus.
Oh, but I don't think Petrus called himself that. I think we thought he was.
He doesn't
and
speak
then
English. He
wasn't.
speaks pure
Yeah.
only French.
Yeah.
Pure French.
Yeah, Petrus looks like he don't speak English.
Listen, guys. All I gotta say is it's absolutely embarrassing. Like I was like rage tweeting. Like I was tweeting
Yeah, you-
in where like I
Andrew-
wanted someone to retweet it so that KD would see it. Like I wanted that badly, bro. Like,
Andrew was on it, dude.
I was so pissed.
I hadn't seen him tweet emotionally like this about sports since the Knicks. He gave up on the Knicks.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened.
Yeah, dude. It is bad. It was really bad.
Did you
I-
watch any of the games?
I don't even tweet emotionally. Like because that's what gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
I was so passionate. I said, "Don't let them back in America." I think if they don't get the gold medal, they don't get let back in America. I
stay
mean
in
that
Tokyo
sincerely.
forever?
They
What
have
if
to
they
stay
don't
somewhere.
medal?
Stay in the airport like Tom Hanks. I don't give a fuck. But you're not allowed back on American soil, like actual America, if you don't get the gold medal until the next time around, and then you're gonna win that gold medal.
What if they don't even medal?
I can't even begin. I can't even begin to have this conversation. It would be so truly embarrassing, and it's only embarrassing because of how little respect I have for other countries.
Right.
Like, if I actually respected other countries,
Right.
then I'd be like, oh, this is some competition and we'll see what happens. But since I have no respect for
Right.
any of the other countries that are competing in basketball,
Right.
it would be such a massive shot to my ego that I can't fathom it happening. Bro, I remember when I was in Europe, I would walk up to basketball courts and I'd just call next, even if I didn't have next. Because I was like, you're lucky you get to play against me.
But you're in Spain. Spain can hoop.
Son, I would hoop in Spain and I would just go, yo, I got next. It
This
doesn't
year's-
matter what you guys think. You get to play with an American. I felt like being black.
It's like
I feel like being black around white people.
when
That's
Kobe
what it was
went
like.
to the Rucker.
Say again?
Like when Kobe went to the Rucker.
Yo, he just goes,
Harlem?
yeah.
It's like it doesn't matter who's playing. Kobe's here.
Let's go. It's my time. It's my time, guys. I'll teach you how to not dribble up and down like it's a yo-yo. That's how I imagine like Europeans playing basketball. Up and down dribbles like Bob Cousy playing for the Celtics back in the day.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're getting washed
Yeah.
by these teams, by Australia.
How do they even win the gold?
What do you mean?
I mean,
You
do they
beat
turn
all the
it
other
around?
teams and then there's no
Do
more
you think
games.
they will?
Holy shit, dog.
Do you think they will?
What?
They're 1-3. Do you really think they're gonna
Well,
get the
they
gold?
got to beat Iran. They're playing Iran.
We got fucking Indian Barbara Walters over here with this line of questioning. How do they win? Do you think they will? Yes, I'm thinking they will. They
They're
have
not.
to.
I'm telling you, they're not gonna.
They have to.
It's called a leading question. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. No, they have to. They must.
They're
They
playing
must.
Iran on the 28th.
They're playing what?
Iran. They're playing the country of Iran.
They're not playing Iran.
Yeah.
Dude, if we lose to Iran,
They won't lose to Iran.
And then they play the Czech Republic.
They played a good team in their like third exhibition game, and then they ran it up. That was the game I saw where I was like, oh, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And then France, they lost. They blew a big lead at the end of the game. Completely stopped missing their shots. They don't understand how to play FIBA ball. They're used to flopping and getting calls. That's not happening. I think the ball is different. So they're struggling
all
to
these
adjust to the
people
ball.
with the ball is different, all this kind of stuff like that. Like maybe it is, but there's no excuses. You're
No.
playing teams that aren't America. Do we understand what's going on here? It's high school kids.
When your best pro can't get on your team, Nicholas Batum isn't getting real burn anywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
he got time, but it was like just trying to fuck things up. You contribute great.
When Eric Fournier and his hairline is busting your ass, that pathetic fucking hairline that could only be accepted in France, where they don't care about the way people look, as
They're
long
not
as
used
you
to
have
black
interesting
people, yeah.
theories about love and whatever other shit that they care about. When that's your best guy and he's busting your ass and talking that shit, where's your pride, bro? Is this like a Black Lives Matter protest? Like, what's happening? What is the end goal here? Is this the new taking the knee? You just lose in the fucking Olympics with the flag draped around your shoulders? What's going on? What do we need to do?
Wait, so the first 2 games they lost, that was still during like the qualifying bullshit. So they didn't take those seriously.
We don't
We're
lose
only
any
I know,
games.
but we're only 0-1, and then we have to. I believe it's
We're
like that.
0-1.
Only 0.
We have no
wait,
wins.
Holy,
We're winless.
You
We're
cannot-
winless, Al.
You cannot lose to countries that we give money to so their people can eat.
Yeah.
If we are
isn't
giving
the-
foreign aid,
I feel you. But the bracket
Take
is
back
just
the
like,
foreign aid.
The bracket
no more
is
foreign
just
aid.
like different groups, different brackets.
no more foreign aid.
Come on, son.
No, there's no more foreign aid. I'm
Look
sorry.
how pathetic you sound.
I'm just
No,
saying.
but if you look at the brackets, as we're actually doing just fine.
because we don't-
Mathematically, we're not eliminated from anything.
It's like when teams just sail it in, and then
The
once you get
probability
to
that
the
we win.
playoffs, mail it in, whatever, and then they get to the playoffs, and then they just then they take the shit seriously. So right now
Who
we
are
just
those
have
teams that win?
nah, but
That
like
don't
how
happen.
in the NBA, like during the season, it's like
Jordan
whatever,
didn't
it's
mail
bull-
it in. America doesn't mail it in, okay? We mail
Come on,
fucking
stop
nuclear weapons. The last time that we were in Tokyo for some real competitive shit, what happened?
We delivered some bombs.
Yes. That's what we need to do. Nagasaki, Hiroshima. That's what they should be playing. They should be playing videos of fucking, what is it, Captain Doolittle, or whoever the guy was that handled that mission, to let motherfuckers know what America does when we go out there to Japan, dude. We don't play no fucking games. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing, dude.
Nah, this might be Vietnam, dog.
What?
This might be Vietnam.
What happened there?
Might be losing this war.
Nah, bro, that was a conflict. Duh, come on now, bro. That was a
This
conflict.
is the conflict Olympics, I think.
No, dude, this shouldn't even count as Olympic. There was no people in the stands. Like immediately, I start making all these excuses. It doesn't really matter.
I hope I'm wrong, but I'm worried, dude.
It fucking infuriates me.
Because if you had 4 games, once they won that third exhibition game, I was like, okay, they turned the corner. We're good. To lose again the next game, maybe you're still picking it up, but I'm like, yo, that's weird.
Who did they beat?
France,
Who did they
bro,
beat in the
to
exhibition?
France, come on. Huh?
Who did they beat in the exhibition? They lost to Australia, Nigeria.
I don't know who they beat in the
Did they beat
exhibition, but we
Spain?
don't care.
I think they beat Spain.
Did they beat Spain?
I think they
Listen,
beat Spain.
It doesn't matter. We should beat everybody. This shouldn't even be close. I hate these ideas. Oh, the world is catching up. No, they're not catching up. They're not catching up.
not catching
They're
Cut
not
this
catching up. They're
shit.
caught up.
No,
I hate
fuck
you all.
We just not playing. Watch.
But we
Watch,
need
we're
to
gonna
start
turn it
playing.
up.
Why
You're
we-
right. We need to start playing, but we're gonna turn it up, and then this shit's gonna be.
And I believe that
Take
that
it.
can happen because I do not want to even consider what else
It
might be
can.
the case.
yeah, you're bugging.
Nah,
even
bro.
talking like that.
No. Dude, the world, like, as an American, you're not embarrassed, dude. As an American,
it's
you're not
embarrassing.
fucking embarrassed. Like,
It's
as
embarrassing.
an American on that team, You're not fucking embarrassed to show your face? Don't even go on Instagram. Don't even go on Instagram Live. Don't post your stupid stories. Damian Lillard with his cryptic messages. Oh, well, here's my quote from fucking Game of Thrones. Shut it down. Hit a fucking 3. Where's Dame time? We need some Dame time.
That would be the most humiliating part. If you're those guys, you know every person you're playing against had a picture of you in their room.
Yeah, they're wearing your sneakers, bro. They don't even have their own sneakers. There's no French team fucking sneakers. They got on your sneakers and they're busting your ass with your fucking sneakers. You should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Hold your head down. Bow your head. Bow your fucking head. You are letting down America. This is pathetic, dude. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely
I want
infuriated.
to know what incomes are. I want to know like what the income of the average team is, like what the French team
Oh
is paid
my god,
Bro.
dude.
versus what
Fucking-
Damian Lillard's salary or like
fucking-
KD's
Damian
salary.
Lillard is showing up to that arena in a Lamborghini, and these French people are biking there with a fucking baguette in their
Baguette in their
back.
back.
Okay? Do you know how pathetic this is? This is embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And they should hold their fucking heads in shame to insult America like this. China's laughing right now. China is chuckling at this whole shit, seeing us struggle at our sport. Come on.
Hey,
At
look, I'm
our
with you.
sport,
Get it off, dog. Get
if
it
there's
off.
a wrap your feet when you're young contest, do you think any other country is going to beat China?
Who's better at suppressing democracy than China?
Who's better at taking all the muzzies and putting them in concentration camps than China? Huh?
Nobody.
Huh?
Nobody.
Don't say Israel.
Yeah, probably.
Don't say it. Okay?
It'd be close. It'd be close.
Don't say it, Mark. All I'm trying to say is it is absolutely embarrassing. It's pathetic, and these players should be ashamed of themselves. I'm gonna cry. I'm getting choked up. I'm getting choked up right now. I'm getting fucking choked up at this.
What do you think the dream team is doing watching
Huh?
this? What do you think the dream team is
I think they're loving it. Because the dream team are the type of guys who go, oh, they're good. These youngins, the game isn't tough. Back in the day, you used to be able to rip a guy's tooth out during the free throws. They have all these excuses about how tough the game is, and they're weak. Well, they are fucking weak. They're fucking weak. If you're not coming to play, dude, the dream team used to run it up, even during scrimmages. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Run it up. Beating teams by 50 points. Who gives a fuck? What is this? We're going to take it easy on Nigeria?
They terrorized Tony Kukoc because he was going to go play on the Bulls.
Yeah.
On
Fuck this
their
guy.
team?
Fuck this guy, my teammate. We're going to fucking make his life hell.
Weak. Weak. All these players are weak.
Guy didn't even know what was happening. He was like, I didn't know we were taking this seriously. What the fuck is happening? That's
Isn't
the
it?
dream team. That's what happened to you. The dream team.
the
It's
dream
your
team.
nightmare.
But those
Yeah.
are the best of the best.
Say what?
Those are the best of the best. We have half of our best players not
So
playing.
the best of the best can run it up at historic rates. You can't win.
I'm just saying, like, if we're not sending our best,
KD is according to many people, the best player in the world. Dame Lillard is up there. The rest of them ain't really American. The best of the best who haven't showed up are LeBron and Steph, and who else?
Giannis.
Giannis is Greek, dude. How can he fucking play for America?
I'm just saying, we're not sending our best.
Well,
is
we
what I'm
can't send Giannis.
So is
it's
this partially
two
the
players.
NBA's fault?
Say what?
Is it partially the NBA's fault?
For what?
They're going out trying to find cheap players, and they're going overseas, finding guys. They're like, oh yeah, we can develop this dude,
Making them nice.
making them nice, and then just kicking them back
You know
home.
whose fault it is?
Is this what we did with like production in America? We're like, all right, let's import it, give all the money, make it pop over there, and then they're gonna become a superpower.
Now,
That's what we did with China.
You still got to be the best. You know whose fault
That's
it
what we
is?
do with Australian actors. We just started hiring all these Australian actors that had all this
Yeah,
experience.
they're cheap. They're easy.
They're cheap, but they have a ton of experience because they're doing soap operas out there. Thor, right? The other guy that played the fucking new Terminator.
Hemsworth and shit.
Hemsworth, all the Hemsworths and everything like that. They're cheap, but they got tons of experience. They're handsome as fuck, and we get them over here to get them to be in our little, our established franchises where you don't really need a star, and then they start taking the American jobs, and that's exactly what's happening, bro. This is amazing. If we lose right now, I'm going full QAnon. If America loses, I mean this sincerely. If America loses, if we lose, we're storming the Capitol. That will be justifiable. We should storm the Capitol if America loses in the Olympics in basketball.
How are
I
you?
don't know.
How are you dressing up?
Huh?
How are you gonna dress up for the storm?
Viking helmet?
I'm not going Viking, dude. I'm not going Viking.
What are you
I'm
dressing
going
like?
soldier, dog.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going soldier. I'm going to go soldier.
But who are you mad at? Like,
Yeah, who are you mad
They
at?
stormed it. trying to-
Biden. This is weakness. This is weakness. You think Trump would have let the fucking U.S. team lose in the Olympics?
Yeah. 'cause
You out
they
your
don't-
goddamn mind,
Well,
bro.
they don't like him. So he would have been like, that's what they get. They're not good.
Nah, he would have found a way. He would have found a way.
Yeah.
He would have found a way, dog. I'll be honest. You think Hillary would have let that shit happen? No.
Nah,
That bitch is a war hawk.
Obama would get on the court.
Obama would have joined, 100%.
Obama would have gotten on the
use
Biden is
court.
Obama.
weak, bro. He's
He would
weak.
have subbed in. He would have flown
We
to
could
Tokyo.
use Obama.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton would have been out there smashing their wives, just sitting in the stands, smelling his fucking fingers. Hey, France.
Yeah. Mental games.
That's a nice brie.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a nice old brie. Your wife has a nice old brie. She was back in the hotel bed. Single bed, made out of cardboard, broken. Okay, for real, dude. We need to go the extra mile. What's Kamala willing to do? What's Kamala willing to do? Weaken those knees, Kamala.
Yeah, a lot of people worried
The
about
players,
her.
not yours. What?
A lot of people worried about her becoming president. I think we need it.
We need it.
Yeah, we got to put her in there.
Come on.
Try
What
to-
are
try to
you
get a
willing to
gold
do
medal.
for this country? What sacrifice are you willing to make?
Now,
The
what
first lady was out there.
Who?
Jill?
Jill Biden.
Jill
But
Biden
for-
was out there?
But for the swimmers, though.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need it in the swimming. bro. We don't need it in the swimming.
We shouldn't need it for the basketball.
Nah, we do though.
It's fucking
We do.
embarrassing.
Now, my
No, it
question
is
for you,
fucking
You
Andrew.
need mommy there to watch you play?
Andrew, what are you gonna do for your country?
What am I going to do for
Oh,
my country?
shit. You lacing them up?
I'll lace them up. I'll go out
lacing
there and
them
play.
up.
I can beat a Frenchman in basketball. Are you kidding me? We're not talking about a cock-smoking contest here.
Drew
We're talking
Mark
about
D out
basketball.
right now,
bro.
1v1.
I could
son.
beat, and literally, I don't think there's a French person on this planet that could beat me in basketball. And when I mean French, I'm not talking about black guys.
You're not talking about
okay?
the black ones.
Rudy Gobert?
Huh?
You're trying to say Rudy
He's
Gobert?
black.
No, he's black.
Tony Parker?
He's black.
Black.
He didn't even know who those guys were.
I know,
No,
right?
he didn't.
Nah, I knew who they were though. I knew who they were. But dude, why can't you go against a black guy?
Huh?
Why
they're
can't
not
you go against a
French.
black guy?
Well, they are French, but yeah.
not for the sake.
Yeah, not for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, huh? Nah, those are
They are French, and your race does not determine your identity, and yada yada
Nah,
yada.
those are French men, bro.
Those are French men.
Yeah.
That's what you want them to be, huh?
Nah, they are.
Remember what you were saying about black people after Mbop missed that shot? You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? You didn't even look
Yeah.
Al in the eyes.
Remind me, I blacked
You
out.
didn't
He was
even look
talking
at. No, you didn't black
spicy.
out.
Yeah.
You definitely didn't black out. That's for sure. No, you wouldn't look Al in his eyes, dog. You wouldn't
Why?
look in his eyes because you were furious at blacks.
No, I was afraid that he was sad. I didn't want to hurt. I didn't want him to be sad.
I was a little sad.
That's what I'm saying. He was most bummed about it. And with England, those black guys, he was sad about them too. I didn't want to, I didn't want to intimidate him, make him feel bad. I was trying to be a good ally. That's all. Yeah.
Well, it seems like the world's black guys are saving their athleticism for the Olympics because we're getting fucking washed right now, okay? What we need is some more performances like the blacks in England and like the blacks in French and fuck this shit up so that we can bring home that gold because anything less is uncivilized. What is the term?
Anything less would be uncivilized. That's an
Anything
old
less would be
commercial.
uncivilized, okay? Anything else about these Olympics, dude?
Evan Fournier, he's not.
Is Gabby?
Yeah, he's
Olympic?
black.
He's
He's
nah,
black.
he's not.
He's black enough, dude.
His middle
he
name is Mehdi. He's Middle Eastern, I think.
Oh, whatever. Okay, whatever. He's a Don. He's whatever the Don
This
is.
is the biggest
okay?
black eye. There's no amount of Simone Biles medals that can overcome
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
not winning a gold in basketball.
We need Simone Biles. I mean, like.
Yeah, so
we
that's the
need-
question. What if we win the overall medal count?
Yeah,
Which
we're gonna do that. We're gonna do
Yeah,
that.
it's guaranteed.
right now we're still trailing.
Yeah, but that's because we don't have any of the real races yet. Real games. Like people are doing stupid shit, like taekwondo, which we won. We got gold in taekwondo.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, it was
And,
pretty
like,
amazing.
Skateboarding. And
Shouts
shit
to
like
But this
Kai.
really is the most obvious, this is the most hilarious shit though. Where the medal count right now, 8 golds is Japan. They're leading in terms of perfection.
Yeah.
But not overall medals.
Yeah.
Overall medals is China with 18.
Goddamn.
that. Jesus.
And then America is kind of right in the middle of them, where we got 14. We're trailing
How
golds.
many golds?
We're trailing golds by 1. We have 7. Japan has 8. China has 6.
Have the black sports started yet?
I don't think the track and field stuff has started.
Okay, because that's where we start to come through.
China, son.
I know, dude. But then
Nah,
we
but-
whoop that ass when it comes to track.
They're
and
winning
field.
like
Yeah.
weightlifting. They're winning like
Son,
that's
they're
where
winning
most of the medals are.
weightlifting?
Yeah.
Son.
No, they're nice weightlifters.
Weightlifting,
All the
son?
best Olympic weightlifters are all
Why?
Chinese.
Because they're training, dog.
There's something that have to. I think it's like stockiness. Like they're like kind of shorter. The weights don't have to travel as long of a distance. Like
legs are shorter.
they're
Yeah,
kind of built for it.
You
Yeah,
go critical race
yeah,
theory
yeah.
over here.
Say again.
You go critical race theory over
Yeah,
here.
that was a critical race theory that you just did.
In a good way or a bad way?
Technically, it was critical, and it was a race theory.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
that was critical race
Yeah,
theory right
exactly.
there. You said that they're built for picking rice out of the patties. You did say that. You didn't say it, but you said it. You reached down, you tried to roll something into a little ball,
Yeah.
and throw a little salmon on top of it.
And there's a
That was
basket. You
fucking
throw it
racist.
over your head. I wonder if there's a way that
What?
generationally it contributes. They're throwing weight over their head all day. Like, you don't think like generations of work is going to turn them into great powerlifters?
Yeah. This guy's real critical race theory. Dude.
Yeah.
You are real critical race theory.
boy, why is that critical?
CRT, boy.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
That's
dude,
the
you're
guy, dude.
you're
He's the
overstepping
guy.
a little
Bro,
bit.
Indian
dude.
farmers, bro, they don't do
Whoa,
shit.
whoa,
They don't do shit, and they're the worst athletes.
whoa.
Is that weird? If you have a
Whoa.
history of generational farming, I think you're good athletes.
Listen, your
I mean,
hands
Black
are
people
going
are the
up a
best
little
athletes
bit.
that were forced to
What?
farm.
This is a radioactive conversation.
What
right
is
now. I don't know how to
consent,
play part of
guys?
this, dude. Yeah.
What is
This
consent?
is
Wild boy right here.
You're a
that
wild boy.
wild?
You're just gonna have like a critical race theory conversation
That's
just on a
crazy,
podcast? Like
dude.
that's
That's
fucking nuts,
crazy.
dude. Chill out, dude. Mark.
Canada's the worst athletes
Oh
ever.
my
They don't have
God.
any
Yo,
farming.
what the fuck,
They're not
yo?
farming in Canada.
Oh my
That's
God.
critical race theory, bro. Oh my God, man. An OAN news anchor just sliced their fucking throat listening to you talk about this. This is nuts, dude.
I don't know what side you're putting me on.
Me
I mean,
neither. It's fucking critical race theory, bro. It is a topic that's like really tough to talk about. Okay? That nobody really understands what it is. But they're trying to make the next controversy. So we got to keep on repeating it in the news.
Yeah,
100%.
Critical race theory, bro.
critical, yeah.
Oh my God.
It is
okay.
critical.
Let's talk about something else, like very quickly.
Son, I keep seeing this waifu's ass, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
the
a nice ass.
the ass is
yo.
crazy, dog.
That shit.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
great.
Yeah,
getting-
she got the fat, high set ass.
Drinking out of this cup, getting fucking bricked up right now.
Hells yeah, bro. Dude, yeah. My favorite expression.
Oh yeah.
Jack Harlow is a king. He said that he gets bricked up watching claymation. In the Rudolph claymation, there's a female deer. He goes, man, I used to get bricked up watching that shit, and I cannot stop laughing every time I hear bricked up, bro. Bricked up. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because we need to save your asses some money, okay? 'Tis the season to grill, chill, and see if you're overpaying for home and auto insurance. Policy Genius is a free and easy way to look for cash savings that you might be missing out on. I don't want you to miss out on a single bit of savings, okay? There are ways where you can get money. Matter of fact, Policy Genius is going to be getting the money for you. See, Policy Genius makes it easy to compare home and auto insurance in one place. They can help you find home and auto coverage similar to what you have now, but at a lower price, which is what you'd want, right? You'd want to save some money. They've saved customers on average $1,250 per year over what they were paying for home and auto insurance. Their team will handle the paperwork to set you up with a new policy or switch you over from your current one. Getting started is easy. All you got to do is head to policygenius.com, answer a few questions about yourself and your property. Then Policy Genius takes it from there. They'll compare rates from America's top insurers, from Progressive to Allstate, to find your lowest quotes, okay? The Policy Genius team can look for ways to save you more, including bundling your home and auto policies. If they find a better rate than what you're paying now, they're going to switch you over for how much? Free. That's right. Their top-notch services have earned Policy Genius thousands of five-star reviews across Trustpilot and Google. So head to policygenius.com. Keep that in, Miles. I want to sound stupid. Head to policygenius.com to get started right now. Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. And let's get back to the show. Depending on what part of the episode this is on.
Did he get bricked up watching that fucking Lil Nas X video?
Did he get bricked up
Yeah.
or did I?
Did he?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. But I was certainly bricked the fuck up watching that shit,
You
dude.
could build a house,
Yeah.
bro.
Hells yeah, dude. I love
Bricks.
that, dude. Bricked up, dude.
Amazing video.
Say what?
Amazing video.
It was good.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Really.
Yeah.
I did not either.
Homophobes, huh?
Yeah, I'm homophobic, dude. I'm homophobic for not watching the whole video. No, I watched Jack Harlow's verse. That shit was fire, and I watched them naked in the bathroom swanging dangins.
Swanging dang.
Yeah, dog. Swanging dangins, bro. It was crazy out there.
Nah, he's an innovator though.
Who?
Yeah, he really is.
I've never seen a naked choreographed group dance.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's why he's so innovative.
Nah,
but,
he is,
I mean,
yo.
most group dancing is like almost naked, but I think he's absolutely brilliant because like he's used outrage marketing perfectly because he's
Yeah.
on the right side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like outrage marketing is the most effective type of marketing. It brings you to the top the fastest, right? You galvanize groups of people, but you just got to hope that the outrage against you doesn't position you in a way that you don't want to be positioned, right? So like clearly he's in the good graces of the people who I don't want to say like are on the right side of history, but like he's basically going, "Hey, I'm gay." And then there are people absolutely furious about it, and they're trying to fold it into like religious context. Like, well, I don't care he's gay, but like that Satan stuff has got to stop.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like,
So he-
motherfucker, shut the fuck. Where's this energy when Hellboy come out? When Hellboy 2 comes out, I don't see you at the movie theater picking it. I don't see you doing Instagram videos of my kids are gonna see this movie.
Yeah, they have a show on ABC called Lucifer.
No, no issue with
It's like
that.
the
That's
number one show on Netflix, isn't it?
yeah, they posted the old seasons on
Yeah.
Netflix. That shit
Yeah.
blew the fuck up. So it's like, cut that shit out. You know, it's a smokescreen to just to be angry at this guy for basically being gay.
Yep.
You know what it is. And he's used their outrage to propel his shit to the top, and it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job with like trying to leverage the sneaker thing.
Into
Into the jail thing. Like he turned that controversy, knew that there was a lawsuit happening, didn't let the lawsuit like get him off. So he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make TikToks leading up into it that all go viral, that lead
Kid is
into
brilliant.
the video." Like just strategically, it just works so
just gets it.
effectively.
it's just great, and he's right. He's on the right side. The outrage is wrong.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times there's outrage with gray area. You know, if we want to do like offensive jokes, right? There are going to be people saying that our jokes are just a veil for racism or sexism, that we actually really feel racist and sexist, and that's what these jokes are there for. So now we get positioned as like racist or sexist or homophobic or whatever it is, and then we have to push back against that, but the conversation is convoluted. But these people just like, being gay is wrong.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's fun. Right? So it's like there's no pushback to his side whatsoever.
Yeah.
Unless you hate gay people. And now in 2021, the fuck is wrong with you for saying you hate gay people?
Yeah.
It's genius.
I'm curious to know what his next pivot is though. Because like eventually I think he's gonna realize like, okay, this thing is not getting as much outrage as it normally gets.
Yes.
So like he'll go at some award show and like kiss a guy and he'll be like, all right, this is not getting the reaction. And so I'm wondering if he's going to try to pivot like the way Lady Gaga pivoted, where she was like this outrageous icon, like a gay icon also, that then got into like serious acting and got into like more like artsy stuff and moved away from like the outrageous thing.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to know if he gets into like movies or TV
100%.
and like if
Yeah, I
how
think he
his
just
rebrand
goes,
will be.
Yeah, I think he just goes mainstream enough that he doesn't need the outrage.
It's tricky when you're a gay dude. And I don't know what part of the episode this is in right now, but we'll probably have this conversation either before, and this is sounding redundant, or after, and you'll understand why in a second, or in a few minutes. But like, as a gay dude, what often happens is like, people can't make that transition. Like, a gay guy doesn't play a straight guy in movies, right? Like Neil Patrick Harris was on like one of the most successful sitcoms, right? Comes out of the closet, and then he's got to be like weird things. Like gay guys can play weird characters. They can play like a what is that thing? The show he was on Netflix.
Series of Unfortunate Events.
What is the guy's name?
Oh,
Lemony
yeah, Lemony
Snicket.
Snicket.
So they'll end up playing these like weird characters. So if it is straight, it's almost like not sexualized at all. So he was a Lemony Snicket, a series of unfortunate events or whatever the fuck it is, and like, but you won't just see him being like a hero in a movie. It'll have to be either a gay person or something odd, cartoonish, you know? So I wonder what Lil Nas X ends up being, because he's not going to play straight characters, and the gay characters aren't going to be like the leads in the movie.
I think he can play whatever.
But name someone who has done it.
I think he'll be the one to do it.
Can we look up when Neil Patrick Harris?
Okay,
I think he has a star power and has like there's enough of a financial incentive and like a social reckoning that I think he could
That's possible.
play whatever.
But
Also, I
it
think
needs to be recognized that he would break the mold. The mold is set where that doesn't happen.
Which is his thing. So I think it would be on brand for him to be like, yo, I want to be a superhero that's straight or gay or not even like sexually ambiguous, whatever.
yes.
And that'll be a groundbreaking thing. And then he will be able to position that in like this socially active way, with the way he's done with everything.
Yeah.
and he's famous enough that when he starts doing movies, it's just
Yeah.
going to be Lil Nas X in a movie. He's not going to be like a thespian. It's not going to matter what role he's playing. It's just,
Right.
oh, Lil Nas X is in a movie being Lil Nas X.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Method Man can act, but he Method Man.
I guess if we're comparing Lady Gaga to Lil Nas X, Lady Gaga became a thespian, right? She became like an actress.
The only member of the movie I remember her from, she played a singer. She did a good job and she acted well, but she was still a singer.
Sure, but like she's not the type of singer that she is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Eminem played himself, even though it wasn't Eminem.
Yeah.
Like it was like the same character.
Right.
Whereas like this woman like Lady Gaga's walking around with fucking slabs of meat all over her, like being like a weirdo.
Yeah.
And then she all of a sudden plays like a normal person that's a singer, you know? So I would love to see that happen for Lil Nas X, but it would be something that breaks the mold. Yeah.
But he also might be too radioactive with everything that he's done thus far as like enraging the middle of the country that are like, fuck him.
And then the movie studios might go, we kind of like it when the middle of the country goes out to the movies and watches our shit. So why are we going to piss them off by putting you in it for 5 lines in the movie? Is it worth putting him in Transformers? Fuck no. To the movie theater.
It may or may not be, but I think they're going to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But I can see him breaking through.
That'd be interesting.
He's a smart guy.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
What else we got going on, man? I have a theory on crypto real quick.
Okay, go.
I was thinking about this week. Crypto is actually the most predictable asset on the planet.
How?
Because it's not based on anything but human reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You can create metrics for that human reaction. The only thing that makes it tricky is when outside influence starts affecting it. For example, government starts saying, we're not doing crypto anymore, or like a billionaire starts fucking tweeting about it, etc. Outside of that, I bet you could plot the course of crypto and judge it based on a greed and risk tolerance. 2 graphs of greed and risk tolerance. In other words, when crypto starts to spike, Bitcoin starts to make some more money, what happens is people like me go, oh shit, my friends are getting rich and it's just going up. I don't want everybody to get rich except me. I'm in, right? Mm-hmm. Eventually, crypto goes to a certain point where people go, I've made 10x, 20x on my money. Shit, I got to get out before this shit drops. It's going to drop. That risk tolerance, you start to hit a wall of how much you think you'll be able to gain.
Yeah.
There will be a metric for that. Like my buddy said, like the only graphs he's made like millions of dollars in crypto. He goes, the only graphs I look at are the 200-week average of Bitcoin. That's the only thing I look at. I don't read all these other things. There's one thing I fucking look at. And basically, if you see, I bet you these fucking big hedge funds, these big like crypto companies, I bet you they have all these analytics that just go, this is what humans can tolerate. This much positive amount. Okay, it's went up this % in this amount of time. This is when people are going to start to get nervous again. We're going to sell before that. Then it's going to fucking drop down. It'll drop down 30%, 50%, 75%. Oh, it's down at 75%. The 200-week average is around 25,000 for a Bitcoin or something like that. Ooh, that's low enough where people want to start to get in, and it's starting to increase in its acceleration. Here comes another bull market, or here comes another bull market. I just think because it doesn't have to deal on like the numbers of the business, you can just invest in it and you don't have to worry about it. Like
and
at the
because
end
we don't understand that the fear is even stronger. So the fear and greed is when we all hear NFTs, we were all kind of into NFTs because like, oh, it seems like everybody's getting rich. I want in. There's the greed. Mm-hmm. We don't understand it. Fear is once it starts to go down, we're all like, man, I knew this shit was too good to be true. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how it works.
Yep.
Sell all of it. Get the fuck out. Everybody's already laughing at me because I'm losing money. Andrew's already yelling at me because he thinks I cost him money. I'm not selling. I'm going to keep trying to buy. But that shit, it takes a lot of fucking discipline to, in those moments, be like, no, I'm going to be greedy when others are fearful. That's what they always say. Be greedy when others are fearful.
Yeah.
Be fearful when others are greedy. That's a hard thing to fight against in human nature.
Yeah, I'm curious because like
But real quick, sorry to interrupt. But just the fact that like AT&T has to make profit in order for me to justify the business going up.
Yes.
Right? If at the end of the day, AT&T is losing tons of money, we can make a prediction and think, okay, that stock price is going down. Because Bitcoin has no value, really, besides what we place on it, it's actually a cleaner investment strategy because you can judge it based on human risk tolerance and human greed, right? All these other companies have to show some sort of growth or profit. And if they lose, we're looking at them going like, this might not go well.
Yeah.
Let's say they're not profiting, like an Amazon isn't making money, but they're growing exponentially. You can be like, okay, they own this part of the market share. Maybe they're not making money because they keep reinvesting, but now they own 60%, and last year they owned 40%. I could put my money there and feel safe.
Exactly.
Bitcoin isn't anything. All it is our confidence.
Yeah.
So all it is our insecurity.
Yeah.
And as long as you make those metrics based on our confidence and insecurity, which I guarantee these big fucking crypto hedge funds are doing, they can tell, this shit about to go. There's a reason why Jim Cramer bought tons of Bitcoin. You know, the
Yeah.
fucking whatever his guy's name is?
Yeah. Mad money.
Mad Money, and then sold at 64. He sells right before the shit tanks. Mad Money, Mr. I know everything about the fucking stock market. You don't think he had someone in his ear like, fam, it might be time to go. Sells at 64 and a half.
When he gets back in, he can buy twice as much Bitcoin.
It could also be like he's so big and influential when he sold a lot, it created the ball for everybody else to sell.
Akaash can speak more on that.
I do think there's something interesting about the fact that he can kind of, to a degree, dictate for the price of the market. To a degree. Because realistically, there's so many people in so many countries on Bitcoin. One guy saying I'm selling, even if it makes 50,000 people sell, that's not necessarily going to affect Bitcoin that dramatically.
No, but I bet you there's a metric that shows when it is bubbling, right?
Yeah.
If there's a significant amount of sale in the bubble, the risk tolerance becomes very low because you already know you're making way more than you should.
Yeah.
So if there's a 10% fluctuation when it's already on the bubble, now you're going to see bear market.
Yeah.
Right? Like all these things have to be worked out. And because it doesn't have to be based on anything besides our human interaction with the asset, it's easier to predict. And I could be completely wrong with everything I'm saying.
Also, I remember we talked like last week, and I think Neil, your boy, had talked to you about how like it is very predictable. It always goes down, and then it always rises up. Usually it drops by 90% and then skyrockets.
Yeah.
The only things that are tricky are the skyrocket is pretty short.
Yeah.
It's pretty short-lived. And also, you don't know how long the thing lasts, but it's just such a severe cascade because we don't know what the fuck it is. And it's just belief. So belief is really easy to lose. That shit is going to plummet when it plummets. Because it's like, oh, fuck, everybody's losing belief. I knew this shit was nothing. There's nothing to it. Sell fucking everything.
AT&T can't go down like that as long as they're making money every single month.
Hey, AT&T, there's proof AT&T is a thing right here. There's no proof Bitcoin is a thing.
Sorry, I cut you, Mark. What were you saying?
My only skepticism with that is that like the idea of like modeling economies, like on like a massive scale, isn't necessarily contingent on like the products in the economy per se. It's just like human behavior and like trying to map what is going to be the next behavior that someone does.
But we're not looking at an entire economy. We're looking at companies. And you have to look at Bitcoin like a company. If you were looking at entire economies like GDP and that kind of stuff, that makes sense because that spending is going to translate from AT&T to Verizon or the next cell phone company, Cricket Wireless, whatever the fuck it is.
But I'm looking at all the crypto market, all the crypto coins as a market. And like trying to map like human behavior in that way is like extremely complicated.
I think, sorry to interrupt, I think in order to look at crypto, you got to kind of position yourself within the dominant coins because there's so many coins that are like absolutely meaningless in a game where everything is meaningless. You have to like hold on to the thing that has like some pseudo meaning. Whereas if you're just looking at Cardano or all these other things, it's like, that's just a parlay. This motherfucker's going, I want to bet $50 and hope I get 5,000. Yeah. Right? Where I don't even see them as like part of the economy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
my suspicion is that I think there are massive like Bitcoin hedge funds that are looking and trying to map it and use analytics to try to get ahead. My feeling is that the percentages they're getting are like minor, where it's like a 3% like better than the average like Bitcoin investor. Like, I think it's like super minimal because in terms of modeling human behavior, humans are like inherently irrational. Like the way they behave with things, like
I will push back a little bit
I
because
don't think
AI
so.
has
I
proven.
disagree with that.
I think AI and social media have proven we are way more predictable than we think.
Yeah,
Like it's really easy to figure out every human being's psychology.
Yeah, and
With
it's
AI,
like if
maybe.
one thing that like social media showed us is like we're all the same. Like they literally make subsets. Like you were doing this on Facebook and just getting the data and like, hey, what is an Akaash Singh fan? Oh, they're these people. You push a video or push a promo for shows out to them, and then X amount of them is going to buy a ticket to the show. Like that's based on predictability of people, not the uniqueness. If there's one thing social media showed us is that we're not these little snowflakes.
Dude, it was so specific. I remember somebody, I don't even know if we should keep this or not. It's not anything crazy, but somebody looked at your dad and was like, an Andrew Schulz fan is 5 times more likely to buy domestic beer or like craft beer, some like very specific thing than the average American. And it's like, how the fuck Like, how are you even getting this?
Yeah, because we're not liberal cucks.
Yeah.
But-
To your point about like the different coins, I think I look at all those other little coins like the penny stocks.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
that's how that market
Yes.
is. It fluctuates crazy.
It's a stock
Those are
market,
people just
but
trying to
there's-
get in, make a little money, get the fuck out.
Yes.
It means nothing.
Imagine a stock market with no profit and loss. Like Tesla isn't profitable or some shit like that, and people keep saying Amazon wasn't profitable. People keep saying,
Yeah.
you don't believe in it. But like, no, long term, this is a good product. I believe in this product. Bitcoin, you can say that with, but most of us don't know. We hear other people say it's a good product. Amazon, you can go shop on that bitch, and you're like, nah, this works.
There's something there.
That's why the swings are so fucking crazy, because none of us really understand it.
Yeah.
I just be having the
No,
hunch.
we understand it. There's just nothing there. There's
we
nothing to
understand
understand.
that there's nothing.
You keep using the word understand. Like, even if I understood what Bitcoin was and blockchain and all this shit, it's meaningless unless we
Unless we
decide
believe in
it's
it.
valuable.
Yeah, okay,
exactly.
okay, I understand.
Right? Because it's not that complex a thing. Like, obviously, the math in order to like build these blockchains is, and I have no way to fucking
Right.
understand that. But in order for us to just go, there's 21 million of these, and that's all there's going to be, and I own some, and some people think it's valuable. Okay, that's some value.
Yeah.
And the second it starts to dip, it's like, oh, it should dip. It is worthless.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we don't feel justified when it dips. Like,
Yeah.
every time it dips, I don't go, how could it? I go, finally, people are realizing this is a sham, right? And then it goes up 10%, and I'm like, we back! You know?
I mean, it's worthless, but in the sense that, like, if we artificially create meaning and ascribe meaning to it, then it now is meaningless, or now it has meaning even if it's artificially created.
Yes.
Like, if we socially construct meaning onto Bitcoin, there could be a point in the future where it is meaningful. Like,
Yes.
if it's used as, like, transactional, or, like, if the Fed backs up to Bitcoin, it now has, like, intrinsic meaning.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
way
yeah.
that, like, gold is, like, intrinsically valuable.
No, we put meaning on brands all the time,
Right.
like clothing brands. It's just oftentimes those articles of clothing don't fluctuate in price in the same way Bitcoin has.
Right.
Right? Like a shirt that comes out from this like new streetwear brand doesn't skyrocket in value 200% over like a few years.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. You know? I mean, Supreme shirts still cost $50 if you buy it at the Supreme store.
Right.
Right? It's not like now if you want a Bitcoin, it is 50,000.
Right.
Or 33,000. Like if you had to buy a Supreme shirt and it was 50,000, and then all of a sudden the next month people are like Supreme sucks, and it went down to like $50, you'd be like, yes,
Yeah.
it should be $50. It's a shirt. The fuck were people paying 50,000 for?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like there's still like a baseline price that Supreme dictates for their clothing, and then after that, the aftermarket goes crazy. The difference with Bitcoin is like this is the price now.
Yeah.
But that is the aftermarket, though, as far as, like, people, like, the StockX is the Bitcoin, like, coin exchange.
Yes, but there is no way to get it at what the Bitcoin people believe the value is, because all it is believed value.
Right, it's all aftermarket.
Right? Like we recognize a shirt is a shirt at the end of the day. Where Bitcoin is like, nope, I'm Bitcoin. I'm what y'all think I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I have no identity. You're my identity.
Yeah, because even on StockX, like you see the retail price,
And
and then
then,
you see what it's selling for right now. You're like,
Right.
is it worth paying this much more % for something? I see the actual
I
value.
see
of
it
what
right
was.
there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of wild.
Dude, it's a fucking, this is the craziest time we'll ever see, I think.
And
not
for, like,
just
economic?
just the way the internet changed. Life was so simple before the internet.
Yeah.
Like never when you were 10 or whatever did you think, oh, something might replace the dollar. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this not, and what is it going to be? Another country's currency? No, just like a global thing that you can't touch or feel. It's like an algorithm. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't think it will replace
never
the
gonna
dollar.
replace
I don't
the
think
dollar.
that.
Whether or
I
not
think
it
it will
will,
just be an asset.
whether or not it
Whoever
will,
wins
it's-
Olympic basketball, that is what should replace the dollar. Yeah. It might be the euro. Who knows?
KD? KD, back to work.
Whether or not it will, just the idea that could be a conversation, and we're just seeing all the sand settle right now.
Low-key,
Yeah.
that would be an incentive. If you say, yo, if you lose, the American dollar is worthless. All your money that you have saved up in American dollars is worthless. Get to cooking.
I mean, I would murder every one of those guys on the
They
team.
come back to America, they're dead.
I'd be
they
there
have
with a
to win.
rifle. I'd
They
be there
would
with a
win because
rifle.
they have an incentive. They go, I don't want my money to be fucking backed up to the euro.
Yeah, and if they lose, they're dead.
Yeah, exactly. So they would win.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I like that. Like in countries like Iraq and shit like that.
Kick
where,
them
like,
into gear.
yeah, you lose a soccer match and they just start shooting you. Like
You want LeBron and Steph to play? Why didn't Steph play?
they're soft, bro. These guys are
LeBron was
soft.
hurt.
LeBron
Probably
not
better
hurt.
by now.
Not hurt.
LeBron fucking ready to go.
But
LeBron
Steph-
tweeting.
Steph not even, he didn't even have an injury this year. He had a great year.
Yeah, and he's just like, hey, why risk it on something? He already has a goal, right? Did Steph get one? I know Bron has one. I
It's a good
know.
question. Kawhi, I don't think has one. He got hurt though
Okay.
My thing is like, if you have one already, fuck it. Why take the risk?
because it's America, dog.
Yo, sometimes you gotta do shit for America. It's bigger than you. Like that's the problem in America right now. Is everybody's so individual. Like we actually got too individual. We got too. we care too much about ourselves, and we care too much about our
So
uniqueness.
how can you care about something bigger than you?
Exactly. And what makes humans special is we can care about, fight for things that are bigger than ourselves. Like we can go risk our lives for people we don't even know. That's what makes human beings special, and that's why we dominate the world. Because other animals don't know how to do that.
But if some believe that there are practices in this country that aren't for them or don't benefit them equally,
Yeah,
then
you
like,
could do
why
both,
the fuck
dog.
am I going to compete for you?
You could do both, dog.
I'm just saying.
That's
you
I,
gotta
a
look
lot
at
of
that
people. That's
perspective.
how they became part of the fabric of this country, right? They showed up and they're like, "I want to prove my worth, so I'm gonna go fight for this country." Now you can't take that shit away from me. I mean, the Irish were coming over here during the potato famine. They would literally show up on the shore and then they toss their asses into the fucking war. Here's a uniform. Prove how badly you want to be American.
Yep, and then
You
they
know?
get back to America and they not treated so nicely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
And then they became cops, and they're like, "Well, we can treat you shitty too." You know what I mean? We could cops and firemen. Oh, you want us to put the fire out in your building? All right, stop calling me a Mick. You know what I mean? It's very simple. We'll get into positions of power.
That's
and
got to be the
authority.
least offensive
Nick?
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just your name, but shorter.
Son, that's it's a
Bro.
nickname.
The Irish people don't know about nicknames. I think that's the issue.
Kevin McAllister, Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody McMullen. It's just what you be called.
I don't think the Irish ever cared about like bad names or that kind of stuff like
I
that.
hope
don't
not,
think
because
they-
that's a great one.
Well, actually,
that's
it's
friendly,
about as
damn near.
offensive as calling someone like Ak.
like Akbar.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Ahmed, whatever. Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
if like if that guy's like, don't call me Ak.
Wait,
Yeah.
why?
Why what?
No, why is that offensive?
Because you're just
call-
assuming his name is Ahmed when like he like grew up in America. His name's Dave. He's
Oh,
like,
I thought Ak meant like my friend or my companion or some shit like that.
Oh,
Habibi,
in
I
like
think you're thinking of.
Arabic.
You
Yeah.
think about Habibi
Oh, I thought it was
That's
short.
a
for Ak.
Habibi.
I think
I think it's short for
Ak
Akbar.
Oh, see,
or
I didn't know
Ahmed? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
that.
But
Oh,
Ak,
shit.
yeah, get an Ak to make the chopped cheese. There were some guys like
Oh, my bad.
they
I thought
hired
that
them
was
to
I
do
thought that was a friendly way to
Yeah.
shit. Hey, buddy.
But it is friendly. You don't mean anything bad by it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And let's be honest, if there's like one group of people that share a lot of the same names, it's like it's
Why wouldn't you call
Muslims,
him a
right?
Mo?
Like,
You know what I mean?
yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
to assume
He's a Mo.
if you meet a Muslim and you assume their name is Muhammad, you have like a 50%.
That's
chance
what
of
offends
being
me about
right.
Ak.
That's
It
a
should
coin
be
flip.
Mo. That should be the assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Most-
MD.
Yeah.
Mo MD. If just assuming that if there's one group of people that you can assume their name and it's not racist,
Yeah.
it's Muslims.
It's the most popular name in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Have you heard that? It's like the most popular name in the world is supposed to be Muhammad Wong,
Wong.
based off of
how many
the most
people there-
prevalent last name, the most prevalent first name.
That's funny. That's funny.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I just think it's hilarious that you can't draw a picture of Muhammad, but you can name any fucking retarded baby after him, like no question whatsoever, right? You draw a picture of Muhammad, that's fucked up, but you have this kid who's an absolute dipshit. He's walking around with
Dipshit.
he's a fucking doofus dipshit, and he's walking around with the holiest name in the
my
world.
God.
That's crazy, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a little wild.
Like,
I know a lot of Mo's not really worthy of the name. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
And imagine your name is Muhammad and
Yeah.
you're not living up to that man. That's next level, bro.
You don't want it at all. You ain't shit.
I don't know a single Jesus that lives up to Jesus neither, bro. When we talk about it, bro, Jesuses, like Latin Jesuses, Jesus,
yeah.
they the worst Catholics, bro. The worst. Have y'all met one Jesus that's in the church?
I don't think I've actually ever met a Jesus.
Never met a Jesus?
No,
Yeah,
I
you
met,
met
I met-
Jesus.
Nah, I've never met a Jesus. I met a bunch
Really?
of like angels and like other shit like that, but never a Jesus.
But it is funny, right? There's no like Father Jesus.
No.
Like you would think that they would kind of push them in the
yeah,
direction
right.
of the church, but you never met one priest named Jesus.
I don't think they want the shine to be stolen.
Ooh.
Yeah, like you're stepping all over our shit. Like we already have a Jesus. Like you have a middle name.
Nah, Father Jesus, man, it's all one. The Father,
Nah.
the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Jesus and Jesus, now two of them actually line up. There you go.
Nah, I don't think they want the competition. They're
Put
like,
up
nah.
themselves.
Dave's, Peters, that's fine.
All right. What else we got, man? We got a couple other things that's quite interessant. We got Dr. Dre. Oh, this is an important story I want to talk about. Dr. Dre got to pay his wife $300K a month for
Spousal support.
spousal support. They're divorced. $300K a month. The kids are 24 and 20 or something like that. Like the kids are out the house. It's just $300K a month so she can continue living the life that she's accustomed to living. How do you guys feel about that?
It's tricky with her because she's been around since the jump, right?
No.
She has, son. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
didn't
no,
you have the other girl they made the Lifetime movie about?
No.
She ain't get nothing, bro. That abuse victim got jack shit.
She got some beats by Dre.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's it.
But no, she was around like from the very beginning. Like he wrote the letter to her, like that whole thing, right?
Yeah, she's been around for. I mean,
she's
they've been together
around.
24 years or something like that. Like she's been around. She's been around for a while.
Just the idea of a monthly payment bothers me. If she wanted half, okay, you get half. You were there. Now we're done. You want out. We're done. I don't want to keep paying you. Even if half is more than what he's paying now, half to me is like, all right, you guys built that together. You could make the argument, whatever. Now
But they
you're
had
done.
a prenup. And the prenup, this is the agreement in the prenup, by the way. So it's not like she's getting more than what she deserved. Exactly. I should have prefaced that. So this is the agreement per the prenup. And I'm sure the prenup said something like, even if we do get divorced, you have to maintain my lifestyle up to a certain extent. She was asking for $2 million a month.
That's what it was when she had
Exactly.
that initial like $10,000-$15,000 a month for laundry or some dumb shit.
No,
like
charity. $10,000 a month or $100,000 a month for charity. I think Akaash goes, bitch, you're charity.
that. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to say. You charity, bitch.
Yeah.
But there's no. That's like her attorneys. Like that's them playing this like legal game of like.
You ask
Get the
for
money,
$2
blah,
million, you're gonna settle at $300K.
Yeah.
And basically, I think Dr. Dre won the suit, which makes it go down to $200,000. So he's worth so much that $3
Yeah, that's the
million a
thing.
year is.
It's not much for him. And it's actually $3 million a year isn't the craziest settlement I've ever heard of. Just the idea of spousal support.
Yeah, it seems wild.
You are not my spouse.
Yeah, it seems
Legally,
wild.
we have dissolved that term from you.
Yeah.
You want half. All right, we can have the whole Eddie Murphy joke, half, etc. Fine,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah,
fine,
yeah.
you guys built that together. I got to keep paying you when you leave.
But if that's in the prenup, like, bro, you agreed to.
Yo,
something.
That's
son,
Yeah, I
that's
don't
the
think
crazy
Dre
thing.
agreed to
I
it.
think there's another thing that also goes with it. And I understand your point. Like, I think on some people might be digesting your shit bad because you're basically saying give her half.
Give
if
her
she was there
half.
from the jump, but they had the prenup. So this is the agreement based on
You
the
got,
prenup.
yeah, that's what you got to do. That's fine.
Exactly. So it's fair because that's what they agreed on.
Yes.
We see it seems like an egregious amount of money to just give somebody that you're not even fucking or not even with or not even taking care of your kids because they're I think 20 and 24.
Yeah.
Right. But that being said, if you're there from the jump,
Yeah.
And apparently the.
and, sorry,
yeah.
but if you're there from the jump and like you gave up your life to support what he was doing and raise the kids, I think they deserve it. I know it sounds crazy, but if you give up what your passion is and you give up the thing that can make money for you, like if you give up your career, let's say she was going to be a lawyer or some shit, and then they basically had a conversation. She's like, listen, I'm going to take care of these kids, but I need some assurances from you that I'm not going to give up my career and my way of feeding myself. And then if it doesn't work out between us, I'm done.
What's interesting about that is I think I agree with you, but you said it so cucky, I'm out now. I really am just like, what dreams did you have, bitch? What you talking about? You had a $3 million a year dream, bitch? Hey, you could keep dreaming.
I
What the
mean,
fuck you talking about? It wasn't going to happen. You weren't going to make it.
I wonder if they
Maybe a
take like,
lawyer.
I wonder if they take
Yeah.
the average
$3 million
of
a year?
like the let's say to calculate his income, they take like the average of like the last 3 years, and I think it was just bad timing.
Yeah.
Because if
Or,
you gotta
or
pay
great
those.
timing.
if the year when that Beats by Dre situation happened, his income looks crazy.
yeah.
But right now he's back to a normal. Yeah, I'm sure he's still making great money, but not like that. So if that year was calculated in averaging his income,
But the
it's
attorneys
probably
know
over.
that. Like the attorneys are doing. Like I'm assuming all the legal shit. Like they've been trying to file for divorce for like 10 years, and like
they
the
told
attorneys,
him the best time.
Yeah,
to
the
do it.
attorneys are like, wait, serve the papers on this day. Like,
Hide this money over here.
Yeah.
Put this money in a charity or this money in a what are those things called?
like a foundation or something.
Yeah,
Shell
yeah,
company
yeah.
or-
A shell
Yeah,
company, etc. Like they know. Listen, when you get divorced and you're rich, that should take 2 years before you even go, yo, we're getting divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're moving so many things around so your wife don't get it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she's doing shit to try to get what she's got to get. Like,
Yup.
yeah, it's all again.
Yeah.
And that's why it's kind of wild because I think he accused her of like stealing money. Remember this was
Yeah.
happening
Yes.
early, and I didn't even think about this early on. Like I'm thinking they're happily married, and all of a sudden she's conniving and trying to like take money out of the accounts and like put it in her account, right? But this whole time, I'm sure she's like, "Oh, this motherfucker think he gonna hide all our money."
Yeah.
before the divorce, and then I ain't gonna get shit. Fuck you.
she
I'm
also-
gonna hide some money too.
She also accused him of moving money around.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
See, I didn't see that because I only look at things through the men's perspective. We're always right. Interesting.
But yeah, and apparently her agreement is in place until she remarries or enters into a new domestic partnership,
Which
or
she will
until
never do.
further court or until further
Yeah.
order of the court.
And that's the other thing that is I do find annoying is you find guys that aren't Dr. Dre income that pay spousal support who the wife will have a live-in boyfriend and be like, well, I'm not gonna get married because then I lose this free check.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how much
That's why.
you know how much you gotta love a man to not get paid $300,000 a month to do nothing?
Yo.
Like if you fucking some dude on the side, like you can't make it official or else
Yeah.
you lose $300,000
And he
a
got to
month.
be rich enough to
Facts.
say, fuck that. We don't need his money.
Yup.
But
Very few guys are that rich.
Dre wants the monthly payment. He doesn't want to give her half.
Yes.
Yeah.
You give her half,
Correct.
like he's giving her half
Yes.
$1 billion.
Yes. I almost think even then, as a rule, you get half if you're married and spousal support in the thing. Even if it costs the guy more money. Listen, I was actually thinking you make decisions together. She's a part of this. If you got a wife that's like, that you trust intellectually, probably that's why you married her.
Yep.
All right, let's do this together. Let's build it. We lost it. I know I did more, but let's just get this over with. You
That
get
is the
half.
dumbest thing he's ever said.
What? This
you're
guy
you're
here?
a numbers man.
Yeah, no, I know.
$300,000 a month instead of
Al,
half
I'm
a
a man.
billion.
I'm not a numbers man. I'm a man of principle.
Clearly.
I'm a man of principle.
Clearly. So
Not
that's
principle on
stupid.
interest because I'm not that good with money.
So half of everything,
principle.
half of all the investments.
Like you're
Yo,
crazy.
take half. Yo, we're out. We're done.
Half the
and
house?
if you're
How do you get half the
that
house?
rich, you're probably still fine with just half. To be
How do
honest,
you get
with
half
you.
the house?
Hey, we sell that. What
Yeah,
we
but
got?
you know
Who
we're
wants to live
talk-
in this fucking hateful ass house where we fought the last 2
Akaash,
years?
you know we're talking
You want
a
them
possible
shitty ass
difference
memories?
of like say 40 million or 500 million.
I'm not talking about what he should do. I'm saying what the law should be.
Yo, this guy invests in crypto. He's
Yeah,
a
it
fucking
is
idiot.
fucking
dude. Like,
idiots.
you-
Like,
why are
Oh, can I
trying to
tell you
do
what this
this?
guy's
crazy.
first text was last year, last night on the group text about crypto? Somebody hit, Bitcoin is booming. And I was like, oh, I just put in yesterday. Thank God. I had to take a month off for wedding. Andrew's first text, was it, you guys are all idiots. You guys don't know anything. Or was it, should I buy more? Question mark, question mark, question mark. You
It's just
cuck.
me. It's just me
Oh,
pandering
yeah,
to the group.
yeah.
bro. That's all it is. I'm not buying more, bro. I got a wedding to pay for. I got other things that I got to do. But I wanted to know what was popping, bro.
Yeah, you got
I looked at my Coinbase. That shit was green. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then, yep. Open it up, Al. Bitcoin up 12%. Yeah. Big time.
He can
Big
put more money in.
time. And then I spoke to my boy Niels yesterday. And like, I don't know, he's more convincing. I just know you know nothing about it. So like when you try to convince me, it doesn't work.
See,
I
but
didn't bring
you
it
do
up.
this,
You
though,
brought it
though.
up.
What do you mean?
You do this. We're like, you'll hate some shit, but you will use someone as a conduit to hate it, and then you'll just hate that person without knowing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I know.
I mean, that's Andrew.
Yeah, that's everything. You didn't know that?
No, but it's
That's
just
how I
so
live
fun.
my life.
But
You
you're not
can't hate
against,
things. You got to hate people.
you're not against Bitcoin. You're
I'm not against it. I'm
he's
not
against
against Akaash.
He's
That's
against
worse.
Akaash pretending
Yeah.
to know what Bitcoin is.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Buddy.
Yeah, and Pompliano. I'm against the Pizza Boy, and I'm against Akaash Singh.
We gotta have Pomp
Let's
back.
go.
Yeah, we're gonna get Pizza Boy back on here,
dog.
dude.
He's gonna defend all my hunches.
But I don't want to have him back on while this shit is booming, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We got to have him back on when there's a bear market to see if that confidence stays. I need that confidence to be sturdy because he stopped, tweeting his inspirational tweets and shit when Bitcoin was around 29,000.
Nah, he still would.
Hey, everybody, let's get after it.
He still
Nah,
would.
It wasn't.
and
any,
I
"Let's
knew
get
it was
after
driving you crazy. I was like, you must
Nah,
have
he
muted him.
wouldn't. His shit would be like, it always goes down and then comes up. Or, it's up 200% over the last 12 months. Name another asset like that.
Yeah,
Like,
no, he definitely did
was
that
backtracking.
too. But he was still doing, let's get after it. And I was like, motherfucker, tweet about crypto. I don't want to hear this fucking.
Yeah, tell people to buy.
Yeah, dog. What is
Like
this?
me.
Hey, let's get up and have motivation. Shut the fuck up, man. Why should I buy?
Yeah, need your dough, cock. You know what I mean? We want some Bitcoin pizza, Pomps. He has to come here with a full pizza next episode. Pompliano, you come here with a full pizza next episode. Okay? Okay, what else? One more topic.
Oh, did you see Nancy or not? Who was it? Sarah Huckabee Sanders or whatever called it the Trump vaccine.
Oh.
She said something like, "Thank you." The why she had a think piece that was like, "Why I decided to take Donald Trump's vaccine" or something like that. And liberals were really just like clowning it and making so much fun of her. Why?
I mean, yeah, she's promoting the vaccine.
Your whole goal is to get the vaccination numbers up. This will
Without a doubt.
question. If Trump gets credit for the vaccine, numbers go up.
Bro, they should
Liberals
call
have already
it that.
been vaccinated.
We had this conversation, I think, last week, right? We're like,
Give him the
if
credit.
Trump was president, would more people
Yes.
be vaccinated?
Yes.
The group of people that are not getting vaccinated are either Trump fans or black people.
Yes.
So he would at least get the Trump fans.
Yep.
Black people would double down, not do it at all.
For sure.
Corona would just take out black people, which Trump fans might fucking love. Like, it might be the ideal situation for the MAGA.
For sure.
They found a way.
Apparently, there was counter arguments to that I was reading. Some people
Go.
were DMing me saying that like Kamala said that if Trump tells us to take it, she isn't going to.
No, I think the full context of the quote was, I will listen if Fauci and science says it, but I won't just listen if Trump says it. I think that was the full context of it, if I'm not mistaken. But
Okay.
who cares who gets credit for it?
That's
Do
the
you
thing.
want people to not? Do you want people to get vaccinated or not?
Biden should
Y'all
call
need to
it
make a choice.
the Trump vaccine.
100%.
Because then if it kills anybody, it's on
Yeah,
Trump.
it's the Trump vaccine.
Yeah, and if everybody takes it, the economy's on you.
Yeah.
So you get the benefit of the economy, and any bad, it's on Trump. This is no brainer.
Call it the Trump vaccine.
Trump vaccine. We're calling it the Trump vaccine. I got the Trump vaccine.
I got the Trump vaccine.
I got 2 doses. I was
buddy,
like, run
I'm
it back.
trumped up, dog.
Are you trumped up?
Hey, I'm trumped up.
I'm
For sure, dude.
you
Yo,
brick
Trump
or
got
Trump?
reelected in my body.
He did.
I got, they stormed the Capitol as we speak.
Storming your capital.
Yeah, that's I don't got-
Antibodies filling your blood.
Yeah,
and shit.
bro. No Delta over here. Beat out my
fuck,
Indian
dude.
dudes.
Yeah. I don't know about the Sarah Huckabee Sanders shit.
I just think liberals get in their own way a lot. I think both sides do, but like they think they're the smarter side. I think, which is a little annoying. And it's like, how do you not see past your one little hate here?
yeah, it's
Which
just-
is, this is a pandemic. Hey, we all gotta do what we gotta do. You wear fucking masks in a restaurant, but you won't give a guy credit who, let's be honest, the vaccine was released while he was still president.
yeah.
It's just a fact.
Yeah, it's I think it's never about the issue, it's always about scoring points.
Yeah, dude.
It's, and we use these issues, but we don't really care about them. And when I say we, I mean like people just in general. It's like
Yeah.
whatever can serve me, I will use, no matter how hypocritical I am.
But it's
while I'm
sad
doing
though
it.
because people are dying. Like there's someone that was scared to get the vaccine and died of COVID because that would have got it if Trump was president.
Yeah, they're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that person's kinda
Anybody
dumb,
that
but-
dies of COVID now that refused to get vaccinated, that's on you, dude.
Yeah.
You knew what you were doing.
But if
You know?
someone was like, "Yo, it's the Trump vaccine. Like, get vaccinated," blah blah blah.
And then they would for that, and they're a fucking idiot for only doing it because
Yeah,
Trump
that's
on
what
it.
I'm
Like,
saying. That's
Yeah,
still
I'm
stupid.
not saying they're
You're
not
fucking
stupid,
idiot.
but I'm
Oh.
saying there's politicians that are trying to score like Democrat points when they could be helping people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they don't care about people.
They don't fucking care about people. Okay, but when we're talking about vaccinations, the NFL taking a hard line.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because this is really interesting. They're like, you get vaccinated, if there's an outbreak on your team takes an L,
And you forfeit game checks.
and you forfeit game checks. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
tricky.
like $15,000 a game or
I
day
think
or
there's a
something.
separate one that's like, I have to find the article, but I think it's like $15,000 if you test positive and you are not vaccinated. $15,000 a day you miss for practice. You
Yeah.
get fined.
Yeah.
You might get fined just for being unvaccinated. I also heard vaccinated and unvaccinated players can't fly on the same plane. So if you're unvaccinated, you're not flying on the team plane to games. I don't know if you got to pay for it out of your own pocket or what.
So you're just going to have a coach's plane and a player's plane? That was basically going to
Dude, there's a coach for the Vikings who sat out. He's just sitting out. He's not coaching this whole year because they want him to get the vaccine.
Wow.
And he refuses to do it.
I mean, I get the NFL's perspective because like you're fucking up our money. Like,
Yeah, we don't care who gives a fuck. What's funny is NFL players are now like, no, this is about my health. And it's like, dude, you're playing a game that kills you.
Literally, you're getting brain damage every single
Every
second.
week. And you know that. And everybody
Yeah.
knows that. And they're like, hey, man, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But the vaccine, you're drawing a hard line. You have 12 concussions every year.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I like the fact that like the NFL is basically saying this is not about health, it is about money.
yeah,
Because there's one game a week, let's be honest. If
Yeah.
an NFL game is canceled,
yeah,
that is tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right? They cannot literally afford. It's not like the NBA with the bubble. They
Yeah.
cannot literally afford to lose one of the 17 games
17 now.
17 games. They can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like, so the only way that they can safeguard against that monumental loss of cash is to take a super hard line about vaccinations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
But
dude.
my question is, if you get the vaccine and you get COVID, what happens to you then?
You don't get the loss and
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. You're not getting punished. It's for unvaccinated people.
Even though the outcome is the same.
Well, it's
Outcome
not
is
the
this-
same because we'll go.
Go
I was
ahead.
saying the outcome isn't the same because I understand what you're saying. You can't play with it.
Yeah, but you took the preventable measure. trying to avoid it, and it just happened. That's unfortunate. If you didn't do that, if you didn't go through that, and you got the whole team sick, fuck you.
Right.
You made a choice that affected a lot of people besides yourself, and it should cost you money because you are playing a game for money. This is a business. And if you've made a choice already, I'm going to shorten my life for tens of millions of dollars. It is a little weird to me that you're going to say, well, I won't get this vaccine for tens of millions because I don't know what it'll do. Do you know what CTE does, man? You're killing your fucking family. Not with a disease. You're not having a 3-arm baby. You're shooting them in the fucking head and then shooting yourself. You made that choice, but the shot that I don't know what it'll do, it's just odd. Odd choice.
I'm curious if they just test for it forever, though. Like, are they going to test for COVID just for...
Indefinitely?
Indefinitely.
Yeah, maybe.
Businesses might have to. Again, it's a business. If you don't get the vaccine and you die, whatever. In the same way, you're going to feel if I have a baby that's fucked up and you think it's because of the vaccine, okay, we made our choices. But if it's a business, we have to keep the business running. This isn't about your health. This is about financial health.
Did you guys see any clips from Rolling Loud?
I saw a few.
Okay. What stood out?
Coyle Ray was the one that I saw getting tweeted about a lot. That was pretty funny.
Okay, why?
Because she is performing to a deafening silence.
Nobody gave a fuck?
Nobody moving. There's a couple people, you look at the video like filming and shit. It is dead quiet. Shifty started laughing as soon as I brought it up. I've never seen anybody bomb with this much confidence in my life.
Yeah. I don't know. I get it, though. Like, there was a few performances that, like, weren't great, where they were like, oh, yeah, they kind of bombed.
Who?
Like, I heard, like, Kodak's wasn't amazing.
I heard his was great.
Academics was like posting about it, being like they were turned up, but like he wasn't that good. And I don't know. There's just like random things, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, these guys haven't performed in years, like literally in 2 years. Some of them got famous in the pandemic. Never did a live performance, and then now they're thrust on this massive stage with thousands of people, and they're like, all right, go entertain them. Like performance and rapping are two very different things. That like you don't necessarily have the intrinsic skill to like run a room of people and control a whole stadium just because you're able to write words that rhyme.
I don't know, because I think music is such a movement-based thing. You hear music, you start moving. Comedy, I gotta wait and hear all your words, and then there's a punchline. You said something once that said, like, I think you said music is almost like a virus. Like, it just spreads, and you can't help it. And you just get this feeling, and you just start moving. To be dead silent and still while music is going on, you almost make a conscious choice. Fuck this person.
I think that rap is actually the hardest music to perform.
Live, yeah. Live rap is rough.
And you know what taught me that was watching karaoke. Watching somebody sing karaoke. If you sing beautifully, you don't even have to move. Like Adele doesn't need to move. She just gets to stand there. You don't got to dance. You don't got, like, the worse you are at singing, the more you got to need the theatrics. Like Britney need 15 backup dancers. She's doing backflips, all this other shit. Adele just stands there and just breathes and sings, and the pipes are so crazy that you're just completely enthralled, right? Whitney, another one. Like Whitney, I guess, could move, but at a certain point in time, it's like, sweetheart, just stand right there and sing that shit. We will sit here.
Her national anthem performance, she just stood there. It was amazing.
Yeah, it just affects you. It penetrates. Rap doesn't do it. The thing about rap that's interesting is actually what you're saying. Like, yes, there is a melody and there is like a rhythm to it, and you get caught up in the beat and the bounce, but the words mean something to the person, right? Like, you get to live vicariously through that person. Even if you're not a gangster, even if you get no bitches, like, saying you get bitches is dope. And you feel it, you want to rap with them, right? So one, if you don't know the lyrics to a rapper, it's toast. Like, if you karaoke a rap song that nobody knows in a karaoke bar, nobody sing along to that shit. It's absolutely useless. So I think the skill of performing, to what Mark was saying, really comes in handy there. If you know how to move a crowd, really know how to do call and response, really know how to get a crowd active and into the small parts of the song that they do know, the chorus, or even if they don't know the song, you're just like, left side, when I say this, you go to the right side, when I say this, you do. Now they're engaged. And that takes real fucking skill, man. Because rap is boring live, yo. That shit is mind-numbingly boring live. Like,
I'm going to give you pushback on that.
Okay, go.
It's boring to watch a live performance when you're not there. I think everybody who's there at
The
Rolling
energy, you
Live,
get caught up in it?
Yeah, it
Because
also
when I
depends on the
watch
song.
live rap, they
hold
sound
on.
nothing like their track. Like they're like screaming the fucking voice, and they
You're
don't
like,
sound anything
ugh.
like track. But you're still having an amazing time.
Really?
You're having an amazing time because everybody around you knows the lyrics. We're vibing out. Like, this is our song that we played alone in our room a bunch of times. Now, a bunch of people I'm surrounded by all know the fucking lyrics. Like, I'm vibing more with the people in the crowd than I am actually with the artist. So I think it's like when you're there, it's way different than like we're watching clips of it. So it's hard to really gauge how impactful the performances were.
Interesting. Okay, you were saying?
I was going to say that's a fair point. Also, if we can all agree, typically rap is the hardest to perform live. Maybe it's the worst live, whatever, generally speaking. That means people have accepted that, and they'll still vibe out, and they'll still rock out and have the time of their lives. So when someone goes out there and nobody gives a fuck, it's almost more damning that it's like, nah. We'll fuck with a lot of bad live music. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Like, there are certain songs from a band that, again, if you have an amazing voice, I can tolerate.
Yeah.
I'd be like, wow, that's fire. With rap, honestly, it's not even the bars because I might not even understand what you're saying for the first time I hear the rap, especially live. It's not crisp, but it's got to be the beat.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we were watching fucking
The Baby.
The Baby and
Schoolboy
Q.
Yeah. You didn't know a single song prior to watching that. But
But that shit.
that's like the whole. That's why rap is so seductive to me because like it's less about necessarily what you're saying, but it's like attitude and like energy and demeanor and like swag. Obviously, like
But for me, I was like Schoolboy Q. He didn't have much swag, and like it was more just
he
like
was kind of swaggy.
say what?
He was kind of swaggy.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. He was a really
presence, I
good
feel.
dancer. I was shocked at his dancing ability. I was like, oh wow, this guy can actually move. Like he was hitting some shit, and I was like, oh, this is surprising. But the beats were crazy, dude. And maybe it's because I was high, but it was crazy.
he talked
dude.
about the
Like,
beats for weeks.
son, the beats were insane.
But I'm saying that's
And then
the
the baby's
feeling
beats
of-
weren't that good. Remember?
I feel the audience was turning up more for him. Only you were turning up more for
So
Schoolboy.
Schoolboy Q's beats were crazy, dog.
guy.
I think whoever produced those
just the
beats,
beats, bro.
that's the greatest producer in history. Whoever made
beats.
those beats, dog. The beats were crazy. It was unbelievable. Those beats.
What did you enjoy about the performance?
The beats, bro. The beats were fucking insane, bro.
Crazy beats, bro.
It was amazing.
But I think they were like at peak high during Schoolboy Q,
Yeah.
and then starting to come down for the baby, so they
Man
didn't
of the
enjoy
year.
it that much.
Man of the year.
Yeah,
that
I'm the
shit
man of
got-
the year.
yeah.
That's me. I'm
That
the
part?
Ooh, no, I was like, it's you. I was like, whoever made this beat is the man of the year, bro. Man of the year.
But yeah, rap live is great.
It depends, dog. It needs more. Like Jay-Z brings out the whole orchestra for a reason. Because just listen.
What are you talking about?
You
You ever
need
been to
the-
a Jay-Z concert?
Yes,
It's just him and
motherfucker.
usually Memphis Bleak on stage.
Nah,
Nobody else.
You've clearly never been to
What are
a
you talking
Jay-Z
about? I've been
concert.
to like 5 Jay-Z concerts.
You clearly
What do you-
have never seen Jay-Z live. Jay-Z travels with the whole Rock Nation
Yeah.
Orchestra.
You
It's
are
there at every
crazy.
single show.
No, it's not,
You've
bro.
never
He
seen
doesn't know
Jay-Z
one
live.
Jay-Z
He has
lyric.
no
bro.
idea what
Never
the fuck
seen
he
Jay-Z
is.
live.
You have
Jay-Z
no
lyric.
idea what the
Never
fuck
seen
you're talking
Jay-Z
about.
live. Did you go to when he was at the Barclays? When he headlined those shows? Clearly you didn't.
Not at the Barclays,
Of course
but
you
I've
didn't. You're
seen
not a
him
fan.
at.
You saw him at like
Nah.
40-40.
He never goes to Barclays. That's
he
his
rapped
thing.
one song over
hates
like
Barclays.
it
Yeah.
played on the
I
fucking
seen him at the
speakers.
Garden.
Yeah,
You know
he
where
only
it
goes to
counts.
the Garden.
Yeah, I ain't seen him at the
you
Garden.
went to
Wait,
fucking
Did you go there for
secondhand.
Justin Timberlake? Who'd you go there for?
Yeah, you
Nah,
probably
it
went
was
for
just
JT.
him. It was
You went
just
for JT.
no,
dog.
the Black Album.
What?
The tour he did for Black Album.
No,
So I
you
went to that one. I went to
You
the
didn't
tour
go
he
there.
did for and
Lil Baby and Jay-Z are the same to him.
Same
I was like,
to
he doesn't
him.
even
Nassau
know. He doesn't
College.
know the words.
Al goes, yo, Lil Baby is our artist. He starts going, Al is saying Black Al.
Yeah.
That's our artist. That's the people who we resonate with. Like, y'all don't
Yeah.
really understand
You
him.
don't understand.
I go,
You know how
I
long
go-
ago the Black
I go,
Album was?
Ja- I go, Al, name one lyric from Lil Baby. He couldn't name one lyric. He could name a line, but he couldn't name what rhymed it.
Yo,
Son,
Shifty's calling you
look at
trash.
Shifty looking at you.
Couldn't name one
Shifty.
full lyric, son.
Shifty, what's a
You got a
Lil
little baby
lyric?
bar? Bitch, I'm a baby.
said that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
No,
did
you
that.
didn't.
I said that
Nah,
one.
you didn't. I knew that one.
I said that one.
I knew that one. I know more Lil Baby lyrics than
Yeah.
you.
All right, go.
Wham, wham, wham. Bitch, I'm a baby.
No, we said that next.
No, you never said that
Nah,
one.
we said that
Little
next.
baby, little baby, little baby. I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. I don't got no tattoos.
What?
I don't got tattoos. I'm from
got
Atlanta.
tattoos?
I got no tattoos. I'm from Atlanta. Yo, for real. You lied about that. And you're lying about Jay-Z. You've never been to a Jay-Z
No, I can believe he went to the Black Album tour. That was the last time he probably felt black. Was 15 years ago.
I think that was it.
Christ.
You just said done. Game over.
That's it. Done. He went to one tour.
I think now if you would know that Jay-Z travels with the Rock Nation Orchestra.
Yo, you're so stupid. Like,
Google it.
and
Look
he's
it up.
like he's like known for actually being a great performer because he controls the stage. He fucking makes eye contact at people. Like he'll call somebody out all the way in the back, what they're wearing and shit like that. It's a fucking amazing
actually-
show that he
Bro,
does.
rap is fire live, bro.
He's
Like,
actually-
yeah, you're
just stripped down,
crazy.
minimal, like.
Yeah, he's actually an excellent performer. He's low energy, but he commands the stage really
Commands
well
the
for
stage.
having low energy.
Yeah,
It's very
sounds like
impressive.
his songs.
Yeah, it's actually really impressive. But that being said, you've never been to it live, so you wouldn't know. Only I would know. And he does travel with the full orchestra.
No, he doesn't.
Does he not?
I just Googled it, yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. You don't even have Google. You don't have Google.
Yeah.
You can't cap to me. I'm standing right here, son.
Nah.
Yeah, so they got trumpets, saxophones, trombones, bro.
Yeah,
you don't know his
see,
brass.
that's him with the orchestra. That's him every night.
Yeah, Memphis Bleak, Rock Nation Orchestra,
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
This guy. Son.
Yep.
Yo, dude, y'all don't know, dog. Y'all really
do
don't know
it.
what it's like, man.
Did you see any of the clips from Rolling Loud?
What I thought was really interesting is like the Lil Uzi Vert situation.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
So Lil Uzi Vert Rock Nation said that they weren't streaming his live because you could watch Rolling Loud stream.
Right.
And I think that's all game. I think that's all like building this mystique of Uzi. Uzi is like mystique, right? Like everything about him is like interesting. Wait, is it a $20 million diamond on his forehead? Is it not? Is he out here doing shows? Is he gonna drop an album? Like, does he have a Bugatti worth $3 million that he got fucking wrapped in some weird like anime paint? Like, what is going on with this specific guy? And then you find out, you know, from academics, he's selling 3,000 tickets. And that's it when he does shows because people aren't coming down for the shows. So I think everything about Uzi is building this mystique.
Yeah.
And
He's a spectacle.
it's a spectacle, and he's a really interesting, like an engaging guy because of it, and he leans into it. Is he straight? Yes, he is a girl, but he leans into like the femme stuff at times. Like you're like, what the fuck is going on? He'll pull up on another rapper with his goons, and like they got guns and shit. Like what is this guy? And I think this just lends itself to the mystique. I don't think there's any rule with Rock Nation like we don't stream his music. I think it's literally just. Let's build mystique, get people talking about it, and here we are, fucking talking about
Oh,
it.
I thought it was a money situation. 'Cause
Really?
I thought he just doesn't have like good relations with them, and so they're just like, oh fuck it, we're not gonna fuck with you, and this is gonna hurt you by not streaming.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's also like, doesn't Jay-Z put on a show? What is his show? Born in America or something like that.
Made in America.
Made in America.
In Philly, yeah.
So maybe like, I want to save my streaming thing for Made in America Philly. You know, Uzi's from Philly. Maybe some.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
maybe.
Yeah, that's like a big fucking deal. Philly shuts down for a
So
little bit.
maybe they do like a big one, and then he's one of the headliners, and everybody goes crazy. And if we starve them out now at Rolling Loud, start the conversation, then it'll be even bigger that he's actually going to be streamed.
Let's go to a Schoolboy Q concert. That's the takeaway.
Fuck, the beats are fire. Just get some
beats are
headphones, fam.
unreal,
It's
bro.
unbelievable.
I'm going to get high.
Nah, just listen to instrumental. You don't even
And when I
need-
say that, I mean, I'm smoke CBD in that freeze pipe because
Hit
it hurts
that-
my lungs otherwise.
Hit that
And-
freeze pipe
yeah.
and then put on that goddamn Schoolboy
And
Q.
then I'm gonna fucking
Man
I'm
of
gonna
the
go to a
year.
rap concert.
I'm an ham of the year.
Man of the year.
Okay, what else? We Gucci?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, man. Guys, thank you so much for listening to Flagrant 2. I don't know if this is going in the beginning or the end of the episode, but we had an absolutely eventful episode. We fuck with y'all. We love y'all. We'll see you on Patreon this Friday, patreon.com/flagrant2. We got to get the fuck up out of here because we got to go to Robbie's wedding. That's why we're dressed so elegantly. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Subscribe, like, comment, do all that good shit. It tricks the algorithm and just exposes us more, and that's the best way that you can help us. Obviously, word of mouth, but also that algorithm don't hurt either. So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see you in a few days. Peace.